vegetables and signature salads are made fresh for you. Our sauces are more flavorful for you. From sweet and spicy to fiery hot. Right now, get our Value Bowl combo for only $8.99. Download the Waba Rewards app or order online at wabagrill.com. Waba Grill, it's for you.
Looking for an exciting new job in the world of professional sports and entertainment? Legends Hospitality is conducting on-the-spot interviews this Saturday, February 22nd and Sunday, February 23rd from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. at SoFi Stadium. We're looking for enthusiastic candidates for part-time positions in concessions, merchandise, culinary, and more, offering competitive wages and flexible schedules. Seeking valuable experiences or looking to boost your income? We have the perfect role for you. Enter the stadium at Pinkay Avenue and Barris Drive and check in at VIP Entry 11. Visit legends.net/careers for openings and applications.
The Concacaf Nations League Finals arrive at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, March 20th to 23rd. USA versus Panama, followed by Canada versus Mexico. The dream is now. Don't miss the Final Four national teams in the semifinals doubleheader. One ticket, two matchups. Get your tickets now on Ticketmaster. For more information, visit CONCACAFNationsLeague.com/tickets.
The California wildfires have devastated communities and displaced families across the state. Autism Speaks recognizes how overwhelming this time could be, particularly for people in the autism community and those committed to offering support. Resources are available at autismspeaks.org to assist with coping strategies and connect you to local support. For immediate assistance, the Autism Response Team can be reached at 888-AUTISM-2. That's 888-288-4762. Spanish-speaking support also available, 888-772-9050, or via email at ayuda, AYUDA, at autismspeaks.org. As the father of an autistic child, I know these are challenging times, but you're not alone. Autism Speaks stands with those affected every step of the way.
Hi, this is Sean McVay of your LA Rams. The Rams play here. KSPN, Los Angeles.
710 ESPN.
A good karma brands radio station.
Here we go, Travis Rogers, DeMarco Farr.
The far side. You ready for the far side?
I'm in the far side.
You're in the far
Let's
side.
Go.
Welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. So let's get to the fun, shall we? The Travis and DeMarco Show right now.
Yeah! I think that qualifies, though. What did you just say?
I said, my wild nights
in the past
have involved peeing where I shouldn't, as opposed to peeing in my pants.
That's the
yes,
same
Laura,
thing.
This is what's happening right now.
That's the same thing.
What?
You should not in your pants, right? That's the same thing.
I'm just specifying there had been no peeing in the pants. Very interesting conversation.
I don't believe
air
him.
heading into this.
I don't believe
where
him
this all
You
started.
saw my face.
Yes, I did see your face, Laura. But before this
We're
all
not
started,
gonna get
about
stuck on
2
this.
minutes before the show started, DeMarco just screamed really, really loud, and I was like, "Whoa, is that a normal thing for you?" 2 minutes before the show, and he said yes.
Did I scream loud?
And then randomly,
Did I scream
out
AK?
of nowhere, just asked Andy and myself, "Do you ever pee your pants?"
It didn't happen just like that.
I mean,
Wow.
it was
came
pretty,
up
it was
in
pretty
casual
close.
Convo. We were talking about it.
Where's the casual portion?
I
of
think
it?
I said something. If you
Hey guys, do you just like pee your pants on a normal
No, it
basis?
didn't come up like that.
Andy,
I just
how
said
far off am I?
You're not that far.
But
off.
if
Like,
you-
it may
I
not,
said
it
if
may
you
not be
did.
verbatim how it came up, like a word for word. There was no stenographer there
Right.
recording it all. But
That's Greg's version of what happened.
It's pretty close to how it actually came out, though.
That's Greg. Did I scream out loud? I don't think I screamed out
You did
loud.
scream
I
out
think
loud,
I kinda,
but I said that was part of
Yeah,
that was
we
part of
heard
your
it. Emily heard
process,
it.
though. You're getting yourself amped
No,
up for the
to
show.
open the show, I did. You're
No.
talking before the show started.
No, before
Yeah,
you did
do.
too.
You go,
I
you
did not. Stop that.
I think you may not. It's so much your
I
process.
think I was pretending to dunk. Let's not scream though.
It's so much your process, DeMarco. You may not even at this point be aware that you're doing it. Like it's just something
I'm
you
very
do.
aware, but I think what I said was, if you do wet your pants, it's at least warm for a little while, and
But
that's,
yes,
you
but
did
that's how
say
we
that.
went into it.
But,
Yes,
but where does that come
Okay,
from?
I don't know. I'm just talking to you.
And here's where the conversation evolved from there.
Yeah.
You said if you pee your pants, at least it's warm for a little bit.
Yes.
You looked at Greg and I expecting, yeah, hell yeah.
Positive
And Greg and I both just gave you blank stares.
Is that what happened?
What are you talking about?
Why is this on the top of the conversation right now?
And
no one. We're
and then
just
from
thinking.
there, DeMarco was like, well, no, you know what I mean. We're like, no, we have no idea what you mean.
I see, this is where I do not believe you. Like, as adult men, you've never had an accident. Come on.
They're not Cappy, bro.
That's the other way. That's
Cappy would clearly be a lie.
He has different underpants just for that reason.
True.
I refuse to believe.
It was just a very strange comment that we.
Sorry,
like, no, Andy, I haven't peed my pants since I was like 5.
But when you did,
but when I did, my leg was warm.
DeMarco said it. DeMarco said it with such enthusiasm. I was expecting an invite to his adult pants peeing club. that they meet every Wednesday.
Let's move. We're good.
Wednesday
We're good.
at
Sorry.
7 p.m. guys. There you go.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I am here for a reason. I don't know if it's, but I am here for a reason.
The people that we're about to talk about, they must be very excited about this introduction.
Yeah, this is cool.
The segue. Let's cut. Stop.
This is cool. You can only stay warm for a second. Yes. Okay.
So yesterday we had a gigantic announcement that was really, really big. We are the most followed sports radio station in the world,
Congratulations.
which is amazing. The world.
DeMarco peed his pants when he heard.
Stop, man. The whole world heard that.
His leg was warm.
It really was.
Wait a minute.
But it is amazing thing
Yes.
we did. And now, since we are the most followed radio station in the world, we're also doing a much bigger promotion as well.
All right.
The Lakers, BB Go, and ESPN LA are all working together to find the Gafote.
The Gafote.
The Gafote.
Gafote.
The Gafote is the greatest fan of all time.
Greatest fan of all time. I like that. Okay.
For the Lakers. The greatest Laker fan of all time.
Ooh,
so
okay.
there's different ways to become the Gafote. You have to do a couple different things.
Yep.
There is LakersGafote.com. You go there, you can find out everything you need. It's LakersGafote.com. And if you win, whether you're going to be the Lakers Gafote, you can win a lot of cool things.
Yeah.
You can win an ultimate fan package, including a year's supply of BB Go. You can win courtside seats.
Ooh, courtside seats. I'm definitely in.
There's flights out. This is a worldwide competition.
I see that. UK, South Korea, Germany, Japan, UAE, Slovenia makes the list.
Slovenia makes the list.
How'd that happen?
What?
They're making the slow.
Whether it made the list 2 weeks ago, I don't know the answer to that. But they are on the list.
They're on the list. And Brazil.
Damn right
And
they're
now
on the
Brazil.
list.
And this is all happening from today, February 20th, through March 12th. Now, to enter, you can do it on a bunch of different places. Instagram, X, Facebook, TikTok. But you have to do two things. You have to be following ESPN Los Angeles.
Okay.
You must be following ESPN Los Angeles on one of those platforms. And you need to hashtag Lakers Gafote, G-F-O-A-T, and hashtag promotion. Those two things.
That's all you have to do?
And you have to put a video up of yourself saying why you are the Lakers Gafote.
That's what I
and
can't
you can win
wait.
courtside seats, DeMarco.
I can't wait for this.
Yay,
This is going to be fun.
I want in. Can we get in? No, huh?
No.
This is like our American Idol dream. So a lot of people out there think they're like the best Laker fan of all time. I can't wait for this. This is going to be fun.
Get creative, man.
And I want to hear it. I want to hear some history. I want to hear some knowledge.
Well, that's
I want to hear. I've been there. I've rubbed elbows with Jack and Diane and everybody. All that stuff.
This is one of the
Diane.
things.
There you go.
This is one of the things I really love about it because there are a lot of people like around the country who are not really familiar with, or around the world, not familiar with Lakers culture, and because of that, they see the celebrities sitting courtside and think that the Lakers is just a bunch of stars, and fan culture is just a bunch of stars and celebrities and rich people.
It's a big part of
and
it.
It's a piece of it.
Yeah.
But I mean, I can tell you from my time covering the Lakers for like 20 years, interacting with Laker fans the entire time, bartending in places around LA from Pasadena to Westwood to Santa Monica, like
you
the
can't
Lakers
enter the contest, AK. Look at you.
The Lakers.
He wants to.
The Lakers truly unify this city.
Yeah.
Like from all walks of life. And it is a passionate fan base. Massively
no one's gonna beat
passionate.
That. No one's going to beat
the
that
fans,
right there.
The fans, if you go to a game in Charlotte, there's going to be a ton of Laker fans.
Yes.
If you go to a game in New York, there's going to be a ton of Laker fans.
And they're
are nationwide, they're worldwide, they're knowledgeable.
They're knowledgeable.
Shout out to the New York Laker fans. That's hard.
Yeah.
to rep
Imagine
the Lakers,
being a Laker fan in Boston.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Boy, good luck. Yes, yeah. That's the one I want to hear from.
So this is everywhere. So anybody that does, again, it's worldwide. So that the grand prize. Let's go with the grand prize here real fast. One pair of courtside tickets to a Laker game.
Yes.
Round trip airfare for 2. So if you're coming from Slovenia, you're getting round trip airfare for 2.
Champagne and nuts.
2-night hotel stay in the ESPN LA broadcast studio tour where you get to meet Mason in Ireland.
Nice.
So that's pretty cool. Tour of Lakers practice facility. They don't
yeah.
let a lot of people in that place.
Dope.
So
It's really cool.
That one, the UCLA Health Training Center, I think is what it's called. One, you can meet and greet with current or former Lakers players.
To be determined, right?
1 year of yes, to be determined.
Yep.
1 year supply of BBGO products and Lakers merchandise.
Let me get some.
That is a hell of a grand prize.
Let me get some of that BBGO though.
The BBGO's delicious.
Let me get just 3 months of it. How about that?
No, yeah,
that Laker.
It's so good.
How about
that's
you get a
huge.
month and a half? I get a month and a half.
You're
I'll
all.
get 3.
Sorry, Andy, you're out.
DeMarco brought. I know. Pains me. I feel like I've put in the work that I deserve to at least be able to enter. But DeMarco brought up the idea of American Idol. Like, do we know who are the judges? Like, who's the committee?
Us, aren't we?
So
no?
the voting, yes, it is all through ESPN Los Angeles. So you're going to go to, again, LakersGafote.com, and you can find all the directions on what to do. And then it will all go through that. There's a voting period. It goes from March 18th to March 24th. The top 4 entries will be qualifying prizes, winners, and advance into a voting stage of the contest. Fans will vote to determine the top 2 fans. And then vote, and then you again.
So
vote
the
on
fans
Lakers
are going to
Vote.
vote on other fans. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
1 vote per email address per day.
This is going to be fun. I like
I mean,
this.
true Laker fans really know what other true Laker fans are like.
Right.
True.
So when
Well,
you watch these videos, you get be picked up.
How do you gauge your fandom? Because I do this with Greg all the time, messing with him because he's a Raider fan. And how far do we go? Like, what number was Lyle Alzado? That stuff.
Yeah.
So, I mean, how do you judge fandom, Laker fandom?
You know, it's very similar to, that Supreme Court decision involving adult material, we shall say. What is obscenity?
Yeah.
I know it when I see it.
You know what you
know what it is for Laker fandom. When you see it, when you feel it, it's visceral. Like you will know that Laker
Can you
passion.
recognize a poser, though?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you
Absolutely.
recognize a poser?
Yeah, for the most part. But I think
like a bandwagon guy,
someone that's here just for
for the
LeBron,
celeb stuff.
Just
I'm here to be seen.
To be seen.
Yeah.
There are Laker fans from Dallas that are just Laker fans now because of Luca.
Right.
Like, so you can tell
that's
those.
different. I mean,
you got to give them. You got to give them an onboarding period. Like they're eventually going to become
bad. They're later.
They are
Laker
also
fans.
now a big part of the Locked On Lakers community. So those are my people, Greg.
Yeah. You got to rep your team even when they suck.
Think about
that's part of the fandom. Even when they're
absolutely,
it's terrible, and you've got to be just as boisterous. Yes,
that's something for me. Like I can speak to. I first became a Laker fan in around 92 or 93. They were not that good then.
Yeah,
no.
But I was relatively new to LA then, and I just started getting really swept up in Laker culture. Frankly, I was not a big basketball fan when I moved here. Like you know this, DeMarco.
Yeah.
St. Louis is not a big basketball city
at all.
So
once had a pro team though.
They did. They
the Hawks, right?
Yes,
they did have the Hawks, and they had an ABA team.
Yes, fun. It used to be a baseball town or a basketball town, and then it wasn't. But go ahead.
Right, but like growing up, I was pretty indifferent to basketball, and then I got really swept up in Lakers culture, even though at the time they were not that good.
Yeah,
it's just something that draws you in.
That's it. Yes, I mean I'm not here just for the winning and to be seen with a winner. Can't stand those folks. Yeah. I think those are the easy ones to spot too.
Oh yeah,
yeah. They usually go away when things are bad.
Oh, you're not going to win Gafote by fooling anyone.
No.
I can promise you that.
I hope not. That's what I was trying to get to.
But I'm excited for the real fans that can't afford a game because listen, Laker tickets are pricey. I've never been courtside. Okay, so those are cray. So I'm excited for people that can get a chance for that.
These courtside seats, if I'm correct, are right in the middle. Too.
Oh, the big time seats.
I've seen the BBGO seats.
Wow.
Those are right in the middle.
Sit there courtside eating your BBGO.
Yeah,
like
you never know who you're going to rub elbows with. Who's going to be sitting next to you?
Adele,
you may catch Luca. He may jump on you.
So once again, go to LakersGafote.com. That's LakersGafoat.com, and just put up a video of yourself and make sure again #LakersGafote. vote, #promotion, and you can win all these cool prizes. This is a pretty amazing thing that
yeah.
And
Go,
be following
the Lakers,
ESPN Los Angeles.
You must be following ESPN Los Angeles 100%.
Dope.
Thing.
Love it.
Yep.
Love it. Love it. Gefloat.
Enjoy
Thank
this
you.
show. John Ireland will be on later.
Nice.
To be talking about this too. So have a good one.
Go wrap your hands and go punch a bag. You're gonna beat
I'm
up.
going to.
You're gonna beat up Cappy soon.
It would feel so good.
Me and you.
And there's no reason. There's no reason for it either. Like I'm not upset with
No,
Cappy. I love
it's gonna
Cappy.
be sport.
There's nothing more to it than just.
You can box your friends.
Box your friends.
You can box your friends. It's
and
okay.
I got DeMarco in my corner.
I'm in your corner. Let's go.
Does Cappy have a punchable face?
Wow.
That's a good question.
Well, yeah.
I mean, I'm just thinking about this
we all
now
have
because
punchable faces. Yeah.
But some are more punchable than others.
Oh, just on sight? No,
Right.
I don't think he's got the I want to punch your face.
Who to
face.
you has the most punchable face here?
At the station?
At the station. Now, why
yeah.
would you set him up for that? Look at
Because
you.
that's fun.
Why would you start that? See, that's how you
Rouse
start
isn't here,
animosity.
you got to stir it up somewhere.
You have learned, grasshopper.
Wow.
Most punchable face.
Think about it.
This
Let me
day.
know after the break.
Thank you.
That coming up next, the most punchable face at 710 ESPN, and will Luca and LeBron have to learn to share? Travis and DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
The fun way to drive home is with Sedano and Cap.
Weekdays after Mason in Ireland.
You're full of baloney.
No.
You are. You have.
I mean, I'm just here to tell you, there was kosher bologna. It was next to the tongue.
Ew, really? Is tongue kosher?
It could be, depending on how
People
they kill
eat
the cow.
tongue just like they just like sell tongue in the store?
Well, George, what do they call
Lingua.
tongue? Lingua.
Oh,
See.
no thanks.
Es muy bien.
Sedano and Cap today at 3 p.m.
On 710 ESPN.
For ESPN LA contest rules, go to ESPNLA.com and click the contest button.
So Mark Reel from Real Fathers writes, I always say on the air, you have to have the right family law firm that is going to get you the happiness you deserve and the justice you deserve.
Really, the legal system is designed and set up for fathers to fail. I set out to create a firm and to create something that would help all men navigate that successfully.
We have a new phone number for Real Fathers Rights.
833-ESPN-710.
And RFR710.com.
Yes, RFR710.com.
Bottom of the ninth, bases loaded, crowd rocking for Rotolo Chevrolet's top hitter, Mike Capozio. He's facing off with the Bulldog, and these two have quite the history. Here's the pitch. Oh, he got all of it. That ball is out of here like a red Corvette, and it's going, and going, and going.
Yes! Dad, are you having that dream again?
Come see what the fun is all about at Rotolo Chevrolet.
Cap here. Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gatt. With years of experience and a passion for helping people, if you've got water damage at home, call Avner Gatt today. 818-917-5256 or avnergatt.com. That's 818-917-5256. Avner Gatt. Your claim, our game.
Game day excitement starts at Lazy Dog Restaurants. Join them at LA Live before or after the game, or catch the action on TV at any of their locations. Enjoy handcrafted food, craft beers and drinks, and the best seats outside the arena. LazyDogRestaurants.com.
Empower. Jen has ordered a decadent seafood tower, king crab legs, lobster tails, and a waterfall of caviar. Pricey? You bet. But Jen worked with Empower on her savings and investment strategy and planned for splurges like these. She got good at money, so she can be a little bad. Ooh, champagne. Empower. Invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
Past performance is not indicative of future returns. Investing involves risk. You may lose money. Advisory services are provided for a fee by Empower Advisory Group, LLC, EAG, a registered investment advisor with the Securities and Exchange Commission. OMG, those shrimps are really jumbo.
A great lawn is like a great sports team. It takes expertise and a little extra care to really stand out. That's where True Green comes in. They're the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour, so they know a thing or two about keeping grass looking like a fairway. It's more affordable than you think, and they'll even match any competitor's price. Plus, True Green backs it all up with a satisfaction guarantee. Head to TrueGreen.com today. Let the pros do the work while you sit back and enjoy the results.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN. Your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
Hey, yeah. Oh, my God. How old are your kids again? Your child.
My child, 13.
Do you remember before you had a child, you and your wife, your girlfriend, whatever, before you got married?
Yes.
Your life before you became parents? Okay, so this song signifies the last night me and my wife were just me and her. Like, after this night, when this song was popular, we got trashed with some people we shouldn't get trashed with, and we decided from now on, we're on this path. We are done with partying.
Wow.
Forever. Yes, to this song right here. Have you heard this remix?
No.
You've never heard this remix before?
I thought this was the original. I didn't actually realize that this is remixed.
This is Move as Like Jagger.
So this is the original, not the Mac Miller one you were
There's
playing.
There's a Mac Miller remix. Yeah, it's
you want
another
a Mac
one. Yeah,
Miller,
We
okay.
can't play it because he cusses a lot. But oh my God, what a crazy night. Yeah. The night we decided to go straight as a couple. Yeah.
To go straight.
We're
I
done.
like
Scared
that.
Straight
It's-
by Mac Miller's
we are-
version of this.
It's like that. You guys were on like a release program.
Yes. If you
My
listen
mind
to
went
this,
somewhere way different.
You're there.
Okay.
If you listen to this, the part where Christina comes in is where we look at each other. We have to leave this room right now. This is bad. Yeah. This is real bad.
Yeah. Sometimes you're at a function.
Yeah.
And you look at everything happening around you and you say, I got to go.
We're done with this.
It's not even that I'm having a terrible time. It's just, I got to go.
You know what happened? Okay, so she's from here, and I am from California. So we were in Missouri, and they were trying to out-party us. So we're like, you cannot out-party us. There's no way in the world. We're going to leave you in the dust. Well, that went on for about 6-7 hours, and we were not going to win this war. This song came on. We looked. We're out. Never went back again. Done again. Yeah.
On the straight and narrow.
Done. Yes.
All right. So last night, the Lakers hosted their first game post All-Star break. It was an additional game, one of the makeups from the ones that had to be rescheduled because of the wildfires.
Yeah.
They hosted the Charlotte Hornets, the
very bad Charlotte Hornets.
very bad Charlotte Hornets, the Hornets that employ Mark Williams.
Yeah.
And it seems like they've now accepted the idea that they employ Mark Williams.
Baller is Ball. He's a baller.
He's a fun player. He can be really wild. He can be all over the place. But when he's on, he's fun.
Explain to me why he wasn't in the All-Star game, in your opinion.
Because the Hornets aren't very good, and
why should that matter?
Look,
if he's balling and filling it up,
it doesn't matter to me. To me, the All-Star game is an exhibition. You should just treat it as entertainment.
Your best players.
Yeah, just your most fun players. Like, a game with no stakes is in a lot of ways perfect for LaMelo because LaMelo is really fun when he's on, but if it's a game with stakes, some of his fun leads to irresponsibility.
Okay, so fair. You can't define what the Heisman is. It changes every year. But All-Star, is it about popularity or is it about your best players? The dudes that play basketball the best in your league.
In a perfect world, your best players are your most popular anyway.
And because they stink, he's not. But clearly the kid can ball.
Doesn't help.
But anyway, go ahead. Yeah.
So, and we'll get into it in a little bit. Mark Williams' agent had some comments about the situation involving Mark Williams, the Lakers, and the rescinded deal.
Be hot. Yeah, it cost him money, this whole thing.
So we're going to get into that in a bit, but got to start with the actual game itself. The Lakers lose 197 to the Hornets in a game they do not look good in at all. The offense falls apart in the second half, coinciding very directly with Austin Reeves getting ejected with about 3 minutes left the third quarter.
That's a weird deal. Did you hear his comments after the game?
He seemed to know. I think he knew. I don't think he necessarily thought he deserved to be ejected.
Yeah.
I think he understood I didn't handle it smart.
Well, it was funny because the one part that stood out to me was it wasn't more of what I said. It was they were shocked by who it came from, which means you're not shocked when Draymond is waving his arms at you and screaming. That's what he does. So I guess this surprised that ref. I didn't expect this out of him.
I mean, I guess Austin's been picking up more texts.
The first tee I get, the ejection was like, come on, what?
Okay.
Yeah.
This is what I would say. If you're asking me, do I think Austin truly deserved to be ejected?
No.
Here's where Austin messed up, though.
Yeah.
the initial tech, he was very demonstrative, very over the top, like
and
immediately
very right. It was a foul.
I'm not saying he's
right
correct.
in front of the guy.
He's correct.
Yeah.
He's 100% correct. But the reaction was big and over the top, and that was the immediate tech. At that point, Austin needs to walk away.
He did,
but he kept talking and looking back. Again, I'm not saying that
in the grand scheme, walking away and looking back, people get away with that.
They do.
Yes,
they
that's
do.
That's not something you eject a guy over.
It's not something I think you should be ejected. It is something though people do get ejected for.
Well, that's
and he needed to, if not shut the hell up, he needed to keep his face looking in the opposite direction.
I think he did everything you're supposed. He got the tee. He walked away. He still had something to say.
But he kept talking though.
But that's fine. This is a grown man league. You can talk
again.
And I've seen people not get run for that.
You're absolutely correct. It's not always consistent, but people do though sometimes get ejected for the quick talking afterwards.
When I listened, that's what he said. It wasn't more of what I said. I think he was surprised by who was saying it to him, which is like, okay, well then Draymond doing that. Fine.
Draymond clearly has his own standards.
Yeah.
I'm not arguing that. I think Austin even recognized, because he didn't even argue when he got tossed. He walked off the court. Because at that point, if you're going to argue, you might as well.
Well, you can't argue away the fact getting thrown out is anything but bad for your team. So I get that. Yeah,
right. And also, I think he recognized, like, I needed to just walk away without looking back at him. Like, you can keep talking without looking back. Like, you can say whatever you want as long as you keep just moving away.
Okay, let me ask you, who's your best penetrate guy for the Lakers?
It's either Luca, LeBron, or Austin.
Austin. He gets to the rim. He gets fouled a lot. I think he's earned the right to chirp a little bit. A little bit. And he wasn't over the top. He got teed, he walked, he said, and you threw him out? Come on.
I'm not saying he should have been tossed. Yeah. I'm saying I understand why he ended up getting tossed and what he should have done to avoid it.
Okay.
That's separate from saying he should have been tossed. Like, whether he should have been or not, I get how it happened. I think Austin even got it. But the game really fell apart in the third and fourth quarter. The Lakers' offense became super stagnant. It felt to me like Luca and LeBron were kind of operating in very different spheres. It felt like they weren't playing off each other at all.
Yeah.
Especially even once Austin wasn't there as a bridge. It just became a really disjointed game.
Remember that question I asked you that we didn't talk about on the show yesterday about JJ and what I said? Will he be here the entire Luca run? Like, what gets him fired? If he goes 8 years, no championships, do you fire him at some point through the process? No, I'm just asking.
Yeah.
It's not because I want the guy fired.
No.
It's just J.J. Redick is going to come up big from here on out because you've got to figure out how to make these two work.
I think it's how quickly he can get it done.
Right.
I think eventually it'll work.
Or if he can.
Well,
because it may not.
There's a short-term and a long-term question with the LeBron and Luca thing when it comes to JJ, because there's only so many years he has to figure out the Luca LeBron thing, because LeBron's 40. Like, he's only going to be around so many years for this. Like, his relationship with Luca in the long term for JJ matters more than his relationship with LeBron.
Okay, I don't think it's going to happen, but just play this out with me. Say it never looks better than what we just saw between those two for the next 18 months.
Oof.
Right.
Well, actually,
he just can't figure out how to make these two coexist.
Well, then it's interesting. That becomes, I think, in a just fair world, which, by the way, is not always the way the world operates, but in a just fair world, if over 18 months JJ can't figure out how to make LeBron and Luca work, or it feels like maybe it's not even JJ can't figure it out, it doesn't work, like there's too much redundancy, that to me should actually fall on Rob Pelinka before it should fall on JJ.
Definitely. In 18 months, I mean, just wait it out. LeBron might be done anyway.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
So if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But I'll say this. Luka was bad early. Yeah.
Luka was bad most of this game. He had a few nice plays, but Luka has not looked like Luka Doncic since he's arrived.
Turning it over, wild, and
he had 5 turnovers in the first quarter.
Something JJ said. They're still trying to figure things out. This is the first game back from All-Star break, so I think he's going to find it, but I think he's trying to be too much of a teammate right now. If that makes any sense. That makes sense?
Yeah, I mean, this often happens when superstars get teamed up together.
Yeah.
They want to they want to make a point of not looking like they are bigfooting the other guy, or
Just take the
trying to
freaking layup, man.
Right, like
Yeah.
like they're trying to make sure they don't look like they're the guy that won't cooperate with the other one.
Yeah.
So they become too deferential, and in a weird way, by trying not to step on each other's toes, you end up stepping on each other's toes anyway.
You ever have a party at your house and you overhost? You
Yeah.
keep walking around with platters. Just let me enjoy the evening,
Yes.
man. Take the layup, bro.
Well, you know what it is?
Let me play this sound for you from Brian Windhorst. He was on Get Up today, and he's kind of talking about this whole thing of like the LeBron, Luca. How do they adjust to each other? How do they adjust to sharing the ball? So this is Brian Windhorst.
I don't think they need to share. I think Luca needs to take over and be the Luca from Dallas. That's who he's going to be. And we keep saying LeBron, but this is also about Austin Reeves. Austin Reeves was a driving force for this team. The 5 games in a row that they won before Luca joined the lineup, Reeves was averaging 26 points. In the 3 games since, he's averaging 15. He got ejected from this game last night, which was a big factor in this game. So, but I think they need to get Luca back to the guy he is. His point totals are way down, and it may be Tuesday against the Mavericks. That game in LA on Tuesday, that may get Luca going. I almost think like it can't get here fast enough.
You're going to put AR on the bench?
All right.
No, I mean, look, this is a big deal. Yeah.
Coming up next, let's dig in a little bit further into what Brian said about the ways to get Luka going and the ways to get the Lakers going by extension.
Stop over-serving.
Stop over-serving. Stop being a helicopter parent.
Just go sit down and enjoy the party. Yes.
Does Luka need to be doing more? That's next. Travis and DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
What's up, kiddos? It's Clinton Yates, the Big CY. You've seen me on your television. You've read what I write because I am first and foremost a journalist. And that's why I'm on live 5 days a week from 7 to 9 a.m. on Clinton and Friends. On my new show, we're going to talk about what I find interesting in the sports world, from college coaches that think they're bigger than the sport to who I will pay to go see live. So pop that radio on early before Travis and DeMarco and make Clinton and Friends part of your daily routine from 7 to 9 a.m. on ESPN 710, kiddos.
Hey, everybody. Excited to have with me in studio the one and only Dr. Monica Madden from Beverly Hills Ortho. Hi, Dr. Madden.
Hi. Thanks for having me. This is exciting.
All right. Let's get to why we want everybody to listen carefully, because you have a special offer for ESPN LA listeners. Tell me about it.
We're really happy to be part of the ESPN LA family and so grateful for everyone listening right now. We are giving the first 5 people who register now and every time this airs $1,000 off Invisalign or braces treatment. Just go to BeverlyHillsOrtho.com and enter the code SMILE and you're on your way.
So enter the code SMILE at BeverlyHillsOrtho.com and I could get $1,000 off Invisalign?
Yes, absolutely.
And what if I wanted to just call the office? Can I get the offer that way?
Yes, absolutely. Just say SMILE and you heard it on ESPN.
877-7 Let's do this.
Yes.
Or, Monica, as I like to say, BeverlyHillsOrtho.com.
Enjoy President's Day savings all month long at Carden Alleyway Hyundai. Lease a brand new 2025 Hyundai Santa Fe SE for just $299 a month plus tax for 36 months. Plus, enjoy peace of mind driving with America's best warranty and Hyundai Assurance Program. Carden Alleyway Hyundai, just off the 91 freeway, or visit CardenAlleyWayHyundai.com. $39.99 due at signing, 10,000 miles per year, plus tax, license, $85 dock fee, and registration. No security deposit on approved HMF credit expires March 3rd, 2025.
You never expect a Hail Mary pass to win and end the game or getting into an accident. Hey, it's Trav with DeMarco.
Only one all-star defense team you can call to defend you. The personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand. Visit NormandLegal.com or call 213-747-2000.
Don't get sacked by others. Joseph will help you achieve the maximum compensation you deserve. Visit NormandLegal.com or call 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000.
Let Joseph and his team score a touchdown for you.
Looking for an exciting new job in the world of professional sports and entertainment? Legends Hospitality is conducting on-the-spot interviews this Saturday, February 22nd and Sunday, February 23rd from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. at SoFi Stadium. We're looking for enthusiastic candidates for part-time positions in concessions, merchandise, culinary, and more, offering competitive wages and flexible schedules. Seeking valuable experiences or looking to boost your income? We have the perfect role for you. Enter the stadium at Pinkay Avenue and Veris Drive and check in at VIP Entry 11. Visit legends.net/careers for openings and applications.
Dell Technologies is celebrating with anniversary savings on their most popular tech. For a limited time only, save on select next-gen PCs like the XPS 16, powered by Intel Core Ultra processors and more. Plus, curate your dream setup with great deals on select monitors, mice, and more must-have electronics and accessories. When you shop online at Dell.com/deals, you'll have access to leading-edge technology to match your forward-thinking spirit and free shipping on everything. Again, that's Dell.com/deals.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now boarding Group A. Please have your boarding passes ready to scan. If your phone is cracked, old, or was chewed up by your Chihuahua travel companion, please refrain from holding up the line. We ask that you kindly not be that guy, and instead simply go to Verizon and trade in any phone from their top brands in any condition on any unlimited plan for the new Samsung Galaxy S25 with Galaxy AI.
With new line on my plan. Additional terms apply. See Verizon.com for details.
It's the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Travis Rogers and DeMarco Farr.
But
I think there's a but. I think there's a but, but not a big but. It's a little narrow but.
The Travis and DeMarco Show rolls on
LA's mega sports station, 710 ESPN.
Dang right I am. Emily, I got a movie question.
Okay.
Does the erotic thriller still exist?
Yes,
in
Baby
movies?
Girl came out in December.
Baby Girl?
Yes.
Who's in it?
Nicole Kidman, Harris Dickinson. It takes place over Christmas time. She's a CEO of a big company. He's the intern, and they get into a not so suitable relationship with each other. So, and then also I would argue that there has been some more like quote unquote erotic like movies. So we had Queer come out by Luca Guadagnino. We also had Challengers by Luca Guadagnino.
Oh,
basically,
Challengers.
Honora has certainly got a lot of that going
yes.
on.
Wait, Challengers is an erotic thriller?
Well, okay. It depends on what you want out of it.
We defined it as
the way we were talking
mature
about this,
situations and somebody dies in graphic ways.
Like it was a very mid '80s through mid '90s staple.
So maybe if you want to evolve that thinking about an erotic thriller, no one has died in the movies that I've been talking about. Besides, I would say Bones and All is also kind of.
But there's
that
like
too.
a sense of mystery to what she's talking about.
Fatal
There's danger.
Or they're like Challengers. Nobody's dying, but there's a lot of tension involving
created
sex.
around sex, and like
control.
it still gives you a thriller idea of like you're on the edge of your seat. You don't know what's happening.
So no more death in the erotic thriller.
Not necessarily no more. I don't know. I haven't seen Queer, but I don't know if anyone dies.
This was a very, very mid '80s through mid '90s thing, like going from like say Jagged Edge or Body Heat to
Fatal
like
Attraction.
to Basic Instinct, Sliver, those type of movies.
So it's not exactly that kind of movie, but there's also Presumed Innocent that was on Apple TV this year. Again, based off of an '80s erotic thriller of the same name that starred Harrison Ford.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah.
there is still
which one? Which movie with Harrison Ford?
Presumed
Innocent.
God!
Yes.
Oh,
that was
yes,
the Apple TV Plus show that came out earlier this year.
I missed those days. We were talking about a movie called Sea of Love with Al Pacino.
Right.
Yeah.
I just think that there's a commentary over the past year, 2 years or whatever, that there's like quote unquote no sex in movies anymore. That there's not as much sex in movies. But then kind of has transitioned to it's kind of this year has kind of gone the other way. There is a lot more, but it doesn't always have to be everything.
Okay, and not to keep on the movie thing, but the Blake Lively thing is not going well.
It's not.
It's not going well at all. Yeah,
for anybody, really.
It's kind of like a sport, right? She's losing,
and it's still going to have some. They're going to have their day in court too. But DeMarco, the presumptive, most likely winner of the Best Picture this year is full of sex.
Which one is that?
Honora.
Oh, really?
It's basically Pretty Woman meets My Cousin Vinny. A stripper falls in love with a Russian oligarch.
It feels to me like if Pretty Woman had been directed by the Safdie brothers who did Uncut Gems.
Okay. Does anybody get knifed?
No.
I almost love it then. Okay.
Well, it's not physical. It's not harm. It's just there is some like action.
Does a car jump off a cliff?
There's a bit of violence. There's a bit of violence in it. There's definitely some cars driving around fast.
But it's not harm. Harm doesn't happen to an aura in terms of physical harm.
No, we don't want that.
Yeah.
No, we don't want that. No,
Okay.
not at all. No.
Yes, but-
Usually when I say like that somebody dies, it's the bad guy.
It's probably, I think it might have the most nudity in any Best Picture winner if it wins.
I'm in. I'm in. You got me.
And it's very good.
It'll be up there for sure.
Yes, you got me.
ESPN LA, the Lakers, and BBGO teaming up to find the Lakers' Gafote, the greatest fan of all time. Enter by telling us your favorite Laker memory. Posting to social media, you must follow at ESPN Los Angeles and must hashtag Lakers Gafote, G-F-O-A-T, and hashtag promotion. It's a lot, but all these directions can be found.
Yeah.
Well, according to the read, it's a lot. I don't actually think it's a lot at all.
Go ahead, yeah.
And I frankly, I wouldn't want to tell people it's a lot because it might discourage
Then
them.
leave
but
that out. Edit.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not a lot, and all of these
thank you.
directions are on LakersGafote.com. That's Lakers, G-F-O-A-T.com.
All right, so again,
you just did it.
Three things you need.
Yes.
You need hashtag Lakers, GFOAT, hashtag promotion, and follow ESPN Los Angeles. Those 3 things.
Yeah,
Easy,
Not a lot.
right?
It's
Have
not.
you guys gotten messages? I'm already getting text
Yeah.
messages. Like, I'm like, I have nothing.
Let me tell you
can't
what
help you.
It is much simpler to
Cannot help
enter.
you.
It's much simpler to enter Lakers Gafote
Yeah.
than, according to Brian Windhorst, it is for LeBron and Luca to figure out their partnership.
I don't think they need to share. I think Luca needs to take over and be the Luca from Dallas. That's who he's going to be. And we keep saying LeBron, but this is also about Austin Reeves. Austin Reeves was a driving force for this team. The 5 games in a row that they won before Luca joined the lineup, Reeves was averaging 26 points. In the 3 games since, he's averaging 15. He got ejected from this game last night, which was a big factor in this game. So, but I think they need to get Luca back to the guy he is. His point totals are way down, and it may be Tuesday against the Mavericks. That game in LA on Tuesday, that may get Luca going. I almost think like it can't get here fast enough.
How come Wendy hate AR like that?
He doesn't. He's saying that he's needed.
I know.
He was
I'm just kidding.
performing well.
But you do have some sort of an issue. And this puts JJ back on Front Street.
Respectfully to Brian,
Yeah.
what he's describing as needing to get Luca going, needing to get Luca more involved, that is what's happening.
He just has to hit the shots.
Right. Like if you look at their usage over the 3 guys mentioned, Luca, LeBron, and Reeves, over the 3 games that Luca has been there, Luca's usage is the highest of the 3 by a pretty considerable margin. His is at 32%. LeBron 27%. Austin Reeves at 19%.
Define usage again, because I keep hearing this word.
The amount of time that the ball is in your hands that eventually leads to a basket, an assist, or a turnover.
Okay.
So
it's
it's
exactly
sort of
what I thought. Yeah.
It is a metric for, broadly speaking, how much the ball is in your hands, how much control you have over possession.
You have the pill.
Right.
It's going through you. But that does not describe what's going on in his head.
The reason Luka's points are down is because he is in 3 games with the Lakers shooting 35% from the field, 21% from behind the arc.
Yeah.
That's why his points are down.
I'm assuming that's what Wendy means. He's still not comfortable. I guess there is a metric to saying he's getting the rocks.
Well, okay,
he may not be comfortable with what he sees right now.
Right. I agree that Luka at this point is both uncomfortable. I think he's also just not physically up to speed at this point. I think he is still working through getting himself back in conditioning shape from that calf injury.
Really? Then that kind of what do you call that? That's some kind of bails out Nico Harrison. Really? You're still working yourself into shape? Okay, you must have been way out of shape then. He might have been right
and not playing for 6
Well, there's injured. I mean, it doesn't mean you're not doing nothing.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, but it's hard though. I mean, it's hard when it's a lower extremity issue. Like if it's something like shoulder or arm, you can stay on the treadmill. Like you can stay doing a lot of cardio. When it's calf, you can't really do much in terms of just conditioning and in terms of cardiovascular.
Well, there's a lot you can do, but I'm just if you're still getting into shape.
And it may be rust. It may be rust as well, too.
Am I a little disappointed that it's not looking as good as I thought fast enough? Maybe.
Well, I guarantee everyone is.
But I don't think he's missing because he's out of shape. It seems like he's just out of sorts.
I think it's both.
Yeah.
I think it is both out of shape. I think it's out of sorts. the only team he's ever played with other than the Mavericks in the NBA, a situation I'm sure he's still wrapping his head around in a lot of ways because he did not expect even a little bit to be anywhere but Dallas. He's learning how to play with two fairly ball-dominant guys in LeBron and Austin. In LeBron's case, you're talking about arguably the greatest player of all time.
Start there.
Right,
Yeah.
who's been here for 6.5 years. And I think necessarily, even Rich Paul recently on Gilbert Arenas' podcast conceded, this trade had to be kept secret from everybody, including LeBron and me, in order to happen. But if you're Luca, I'm sure you are at least somewhat conscious of the idea of LeBron James was kept out of the loop so I could be here to succeed him.
Yes, that has his own ecosystem,
Yeah.
doesn't it? So, I mean, here's the thing, right? And I heard Travis say this, and I think he's dead on. If this were Kobe, he would take it from LeBron because LeBron is not going to concede anything, right? Wouldn't you agree with that? I don't think LeBron knows how to take a backward step.
I don't agree with that.
So, no, you're going to have to take it from him. So I would stop acquiescing. I think this is what Wendy's trying to say, and just be you. Do you. It's all going to you anyway. JJ can't afford to make you mad.
No, absolutely.
That's what I'm saying. So just go ahead and take over and forget how you feel about LeBron.
But
do you?
Yeah, for sure. But what I'm saying is if you look at the actual games and how much Luca has the ball, there's a fair amount of that going on anyway. Some of this comes down to Luca just has to play better.
Yeah.
Because if say, Luca shot 45% from the field, which wouldn't be amazing, but it would be good, 45% from the field and let's say 31% from behind the arc as opposed to 21, all of a sudden he's probably averaging close to 20 points a game, and all this looks different.
And you knock out those turnovers, what's the team averaging?
Exactly.
Yeah,
I mean,
I know.
It's funny you bring that up.
He's not playing that well. I mean, but it's obvious. I think he's having problems fitting in, or where do I fit in this pecking order? And that would be hard when LeBron's standing out there.
I think on a bunch of different levels, Luka's not entirely comfortable. I think on a bunch of different levels, the team is not entirely comfortable yet with Luka. Like the first game against Utah, everybody was so excited by this. It was at home. You had the fans all into it, and I think you had that one moment of Luka setting up LeBron, and like there's an actual smile on his face as he pushes that ball basically full court to LeBron for that layup. Like everything was just new, exciting. And now it's like, okay, this is something we have to figure out as opposed to just something we can be excited
that's
about.
That's like Emily and her reality shows. There's marriage, yay, and now there's reality. Now we got to live together. Now we got to figure out how this works, right?
There's the excitement of the engagement, then there's, the planning of the wedding, and then the 5 years after.
You got to recycle all the boxes from the gifts and everything.
Well, but in the case...
I told you to take it out yesterday. I thought you were going to do it. See, here you go.
What's also interesting, too, though, is in the case of LeBron and Luka, it's a marriage that they know at some point is going to end in divorce.
Oh, big time.
Like
maybe not divorce. Yeah, but
okay, this is a maybe parting on good terms. You leave as friends.
Yes.
But,
okay.
But you know
conscious uncoupling.
Yes, it's a conscious uncoupling.
That's it.
But you know that like this is not going to be.
It's not
LeBron
long-term.
and AD. Yeah. It's not going to be Kobe and Pau. Like, it's not going to be even Kobe and Shaq.
But if you're LeBron, this might be your last best chance at a winner.
Of course.
So I think you have more to lose than Luka.
Absolutely.
You
I
need to make this work.
Look, at least based on what we've seen on the court, I have not seen anything of LeBron resisting this.
Not at all. Not at all.
Like,
I mean, I think this is more of Luka, and maybe Luka is just, can I go out, just go be me with LeBron out there?
Well, and also, is he physically able to do it? Is he mentally able? Like, is he at a comfort level where he feels confident to let loose? Like where he just feels like himself. I don't think on a bunch of levels he feels like himself right now.
What if he says, I just can't play with this guy? Then what do you do? Right.
I do not picture that happening, but that would be.
I just can't be me when he's out there.
That would be really interesting if it did happen.
Right.
Also, if LeBron said, screw it, I'm opting in and I'm keeping my no trade clause, your move.
Right. See, this is going to be fun.
I don't picture it happening.
But I mean, the loss, you're what? You're plus 11 now, right? 11 over 500?
Yeah.
It's another one you should have gotten.
Yep. So you got to make it up against a tougher opponent down the stretch.
This is going to hurt later, but it is what it is. Yeah.
All right. Still want to talk about Mark Williams and his agent's comment about the rescinded deal. But coming up next, we're going to do a snake draft.
Snake draft.
As seen on TV. You know, all those infomercials, the as seen on TV, the products, what are the best one of all time? That's what we are going to be drafting next on Travis and DeMarco, Andy Kamenetzky in for Travis, 710 ESPN.
Hey, D-Far here. You can play your perfect combo at Pechanga Resort Casino, Southern California's premier resort casino experience. Why get stuck in traffic when you don't have to? You can be at the best casino resort in Southern California in less than 1 hour. Pechanga gives all guests the amenities they expect of a world-class resort. Exceptional entertainment, dining, spa, golf. Let's not forget round-the-clock gaming excitement. That's everything I look for when I'm traveling. And you can do this right here. It's right up the road. The immense casino floor, 1,100 hotel rooms and suites, the spa, the golf course, 20 bars and restaurants. They've got you covered. It makes Pechanga Resort Casino one of the largest resort casinos in the country. So come see why readers of Newsweek and USA Today have voted Pechanga Resort Casino the best casino outside of Las Vegas. Like I said, no more flights, no more long drives. It's right there. So whether your idea of entertainment is lounging poolside or putting a great bet on blackjack, Pechanga Resort Casino is here for you. Visit Pechanga.com or call this number, 888-PECHANGA. That's 888-PECHANGA to book a reservation or for more information. If you have Instagram, follow them there at Pechanga Casino. Up-to-the-minute news and information. See you there.
The biggest show on the radio.
Mason and Ireland, weekdays at noon.
I'll do some reporting for you guys also on your contracts.
Wait a minute, you were going to do reporting on our contracts?
There's every intention of offering you a contract at some point.
That's fine.
I don't know when.
Okay, go watch Glengarry Glen Ross. Get them to sign on the line that is dotted.
So you two have
to. That's you, Bergman. You're not closing.
Be closing.
Always.
I'm not the closer in this situation, but in sometime within the next 134 days.
Where in the trust tree is Bergman in terms of like you're below a lot of people on the trust tree.
Well,
Well, he doesn't sign the
You're not
checks.
the closer.
I don't know.
You're like a setup guy. You're like a middle reliever. You're an innings eater. You're an innings eater.
I'm a setup man.
Yeah, you're a setup man.
Yeah.
Steve Mason and John Ireland, today at noon.
Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN.
Hey guys, it's Sedano at Los Angeles International Airport. Changes are arriving daily to help reduce traffic, save travelers time, and transform the travel experience. The LAX Economy parking structure is now open with thousands of smart parking spaces, as well as hundreds of EV charging stations. Modernized terminals have biometric gates for faster boarding, and in the future, the People Mover train will connect travelers to LA Metro. For more information, go to their website, flylax.com/transforming-LAX. That's flylax.com/transforming-LAX.
Next Gen is the official AC, heating, plumbing, and electrical company of SoCal sports fans. That's right. Next Gen is the absolute best in the biz with thousands of 5-star reviews to prove it. Clogged drain? No problem. Call Next Gen today to book your $88 drain cleaning. That's right. For just $88, you'll receive a professional drain cleaning to keep your home flowing smoothly all season long. Call 833-3-NEXT-GEN. That's 833-3-NEXGEN for your $88 drain cleaning.
NEXGEN, call 833-3-NEXT-GEN.
Texting enrolls you in recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again, at work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text TAP to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast, absolutely free. Text TAP to 321-321. That's TAP to 321-321.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show on 710 ESPN.
I want to put my feet in the sand. I want to drink. I want to eat. I want to walk. I want to have the sun on my face. That's it.
Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
All
right, we have some breaking NBA news. Shams Charania is reporting San Antonio Spurs All-Star Victor Wembanyama is expected to miss the remainder of the season with a deep vein thrombosis in his right shoulder. And this is the Spurs injury update. Quote, the San Antonio Spurs today announced that Victor Wembanyama has been diagnosed with deep vein thrombosis in his right shoulder. The condition was discovered when Wembanyama returned to San Antonio following the All-Star game in San Francisco. Wembanyama is expected to miss the remainder of the 2024-25 regular season. The team will provide updates as appropriate, and the Spurs believe that this is an isolated condition.
Oh, boy. Oh, that's
terrible. Yeah, it's obviously from a basketball perspective, it's a total bummer. But from Victor Wembanyama's perspective, for those unaware, and if the phrase deep vein thrombosis or the diagnosis sounds familiar to people listening now, Brandon Ingram dealt with this when he was a Laker. I don't remember exactly how it was discovered or what led to the physical or whatever, but there had been concerns at the time that this could end Brandon Ingram's career, that it could affect his quality of life. If memory serves, he was put on blood thinners. And obviously, Ingram, and obviously he's doing well now.
Yeah.
They've worked this thing out. Hopefully that's the case for Wembanyama, but it's very fortunate that they caught this when they did.
I'm reading about it. When to seek medical care? When I typed it in, seek immediate medical care if you experience chest pain or difficulty breathing, as these could indicate a life-threatening pulmonary embolism. This is not something lightweight for him. This is a big deal, and I'm with you. I'm glad they caught it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what exactly led to Wembanyama getting checked out, or they said that this was after returning from the All-Star game. Maybe he was feeling something, but short term, again, from a basketball perspective, it's a bummer because he's one of the most fun players to watch in the league.
Oh my God, he's the face of the face of the league.
But
did you say it was shoulder, Emily?
Right shoulder.
Okay, this says it's usually associated with leg pain and swelling.
It might be extremities, so it could be that he was getting swollen in his hands, and then feeling it in his
Ingram's
shoulder.
was in his arm. So I think Emily is probably correct that it has to do something with extremities.
Yeah. Leg pain, swelling, often calf or thigh.
Yeah,
wow.
This is again from, if you're just tuning in now, Shams Charania announcing San Antonio Spurs All-Star Victor Wembanyama is expected to miss the remainder of the season with deep vein thrombosis in his right shoulder. And by the way, the Spurs were at 23-29, about 2.5 games out. Sorry, 4.5 games out of the 10 spot. So, they were, competing to get into the play-in, but that's less important than Wembanyama's health going forward.
Yeah, I mean, again, I'm just glad that they noticed this thing when they did, that they can start treating it. Hopefully it has no long-term effect on his basketball career beyond this season, and obviously no long-term effect on his life.
If he can't play anymore, I mean, if he's healthy, that's all we want. Be healthy, be young, go live your life. But if he can't play basketball, is that Bo Jackson? I'm trying to think. Devastating sports injuries to an athlete early in his career that just changed the course of a league.
And also, he's as tall as he is, as skinny as he is. You can't help but wonder if there was some sort of health issue related to his body type.
Might be. You never know. Was it Travis that talks about these tall guys? They're just built different. Takes them a while because of how tall they are, and I don't know.
I mean, they are literally built different in the sense that guys that height, recently we had somebody who had to come over to our place to fix our washing machine.
Yeah.
And this guy, if he was not 7 feet, he was at least 6'10".
You had a 7-foot dishwasher
repair
guy?
And I've been around enough
you
NBA
didn't ask him
guys.
a basketball question, did you?
No, did not.
They hate that.
I know. But I have been around enough NBA guys that I'm pretty good at A, eyeballing this, and B, you got to be pretty tall now to phase me, because I've spent so much time around them.
Michael Thompson walks in here.
But it's really, really striking when you see one of these guys and they're a civilian in the wild.
True. Or when you see, you've met Shaq. Shaq is enormous.
You never get used to how big he is.
Shaq is how tall?
7'1".
And Wemby is
7'5".
Even taller than that. I mean, that's ridiculous.
I mean, they are truly built different. They are
Some long veins.
They are the 1% of the 1% of just height.
Yes. But just imagine. I mean, at some point, KD's going to retire. LeBron's going to retire. I think Steph, he might have outlasted Luca. He's young. Jokic is probably going to be gone. This is the face of the league.
Yeah. I mean, this is a really... I mean, obviously, first and foremost, what matters the most is Victor Wanyama's long-term health.
Yeah.
But from a basketball perspective, this is a potentially huge story.
AK, I don't mean to be insensitive, but I am absolutely sure this guy is going to get the best care possible.
Of course.
Yeah.
Period. But that doesn't mean the best care possible doesn't prevent things long-term. So I reached out to my sister, who's a doctor, and I just quickly asked her, so non-super medical advice, just her thing is saying that blood thinner for several months, which increases the risk of bleeding overall. So in a contact sport, it is very difficult to get back to. So it's less of the ability to, it's done for the year, but again, is it multiple years?
BI was put on blood thinners. That was part of his treatment.
At least while you're on blood thinners, you're done.
And again, I mean, look, Brandon Ingram obviously has been fine. I mean, he's been injury prone, but it's had nothing to do with the deep vein thrombosis.
Yeah.
He's been able to play basketball for several years since then. Like the season this happened with BI was LeBron's first season with the Lakers. So it was 2018-19. BI has clearly played several seasons of basketball since, and
let's keep a positive
he's been
thought.
fine. So I mean, best wishes for Wemby moving forward, but it's just, it sucks for Wemby. It sucks for the league. It sucks for basketball fans.
Well, it doesn't suck for Wemby. They found it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, this is good for Wemby.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're
It's
right.
bad
Good,
for the rest
scary,
of us.
hoping nothing but the best for him, and hoping he can get back to playing the sport he loves.
No doubt.
All right, we're going to awkwardly,
Took the
but
jelly
hopefully,
out of our donut, didn't
I was
he?
going to say we're going to awkwardly, but hopefully, still in a fun way, transition to the snake draft.
I did not. Oh, I was going to. Never mind. I was going to say I did not want LeBron taking that last shot. But that's later. I'm like, please don't. Let Luka do it.
We have moved the snake draft. That is coming up next. Best as seen on TV products of all time. Travis and DeMarco show. Andy Kamenetzky for Travis 710 ESPN.
The fun way to drive home is with Sedano and Cap.
Weekdays after Mason in Ireland.
You know, down in Miami where I live, we would start our nights at a Wet Willie's or Fat Tuesdays or whatever, and have one of those.
Willie's.
Yeah, have one of those terrible.
I left it alone on purpose.
I mean, that was the name of the place. I mean, Ludacris had it in one of his songs, Wet Willie's on Miami Beach.
Wet Willie's on Miami Beach.
Sedano and Cap today at 3 p.m.
on 710 ESPN.
Hey, everybody, excited to have with me in studio the one and only Dr. Monica Madden from Beverly Hills Ortho. Hi, Dr. Madden.
Hi, thanks for having me. This is exciting.
All right, let's get to why we want everybody to listen carefully, because you have a special offer for ESPN LA listeners. Tell me about it.
We're really happy to be part of the ESPN LA family and so grateful for everyone listening right now. We are giving the first 5 people who register now and every time this airs $1,000 off Invisalign or braces treatment. Just go to BeverlyHillsOrtho.com and enter the code SMILE and you're on your way.
So enter the code SMILE at BeverlyHillsOrtho.com and I could get $1,000 off Invisalign?
Yes, absolutely.
And what if I wanted to just call the office? Can I get the offer that way?
Yes, absolutely. Just say SMILE and you heard it on ESPN.
877-7 Let's do this.
Yes.
Or, Monica, as I like to say, BeverlyHillsOrtho.com.
Hey, it's Steve Farr. Is there a sporting event you always wanted to go to but never had time to plan? That's where Absolute Sport comes in. They handle everything. Tickets, hotels, VIP access, so you can just live in the moment and enjoy the experience. And because of their trusted league and travel partnerships, they can get you the best deals and actually save you money. So what are you waiting for? Visit us.absolute-sport.com. That's ABSOLUT-sport and make your sports dream a reality.
Located in the heart of downtown Los Angeles, Crypto.com Arena is pulling back the curtain
and unveiling new behind-the-scenes VIP tours,
which offer an exclusive look inside one of the world's most iconic sports and entertainment venues. Expert guides will lead small groups through spaces that have hosted legendary sports championships, world-renowned concerts, and epic award shows. Guests will also explore the venue's VIP areas and experience the arena's latest renovations. For more info, visit cryptoarena.com/tours.
710 ESPN, your home for the 17-time world champion Lakers.
KSPN Los Angeles, a good karma brands radio station.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show on 710 ESPN.
I want to put my feet in the sand. I want to drink. I want to eat. I want to walk. I want to have the sun on my face. That's it.
Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
It's a snake draft.
It is a snake draft. And also, in case you missed it last segment, we will continue to talk about this throughout the show. But Victor Wanyama is expected to miss the remainder of the season with a deep vein thrombosis in his right shoulder. So we'll keep you updated on that as we have more information. But it is a Thursday, but we will be on location tomorrow at Legends Attic. So I thought it'd be fun to do a little snake draft today. It is National Comfy Day. And first thing that came to my mind was Snuggies. Ooh. And then I was like, wow, as seen on TV stuff over the years, those old infomercials, could be fun to draft some of those products. So we're drafting as seen on TV infomercial products. Our order is Laura, Emily, Andy, DeMarco. 3 each, 12 total, because all I can fit on the graphic, right, Reese? Thanks. All right, Laura, you're up first.
All right, so you did mention a Snuggie, and every time I saw it when it came up, I wanted one, but my mom said absolutely not, so I'm going to be taking the Snuggie.
Aww. And working out childhood trauma in the process.
Exactly.
She wouldn't let you have a Snuggie?
No, she said I was lame. Just get a cobija, you know? Like,
terrible.
the San Marcos is down there. Like, just grab that.
Just put on your robe.
The tiger. Just get the tiger cobija, the lion one, you know, you're good.
You got to make the kid happy. Come on. Yes.
All right.
Mexican mom, DeMarco.
That's a good one. I'm going to go with this one just because the name of it's weird. It seems like it's just part of wizardry, but also fake at the same time. I'm pretty sure they filmed the commercials for these in Venice Beach, but I'm going to go fushigi. Those little, like, silver balls, the fushigi balls that are supposed to be magic, and they have the guy, like, do his hands around it, and they can, like, levitate and stuff. So fushigi as my second pick.
I thought you were going with something totally different from the Venice Beach locale that I'm not going to name now because it might come up later in the draft.
Okay.
But I thought you were going with something different. For my first pick, I'm going to go with one of the first of the as seen on TV products that I ever remember, much less absolutely exploding.
No, hold on.
The Total Gym.
Oh, my
Chuck
God.
Norris.
Yes.
Yeah.
Chuck Norris had a second or third life as a celebrity, as the Total Gym hawker. You got everything you needed in a gym in one place.
Hey,
and
have you tried it? It's no joke.
It is no
Wait,
joke.
is Bowflex and Total Gym the same thing?
No, they're different.
Okay,
No.
well then, now we burned Bowflex.
Sorry, guys.
Wait, can you not take a Bowflex?
You could.
I was going to say Bowflex is still on the board.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Also, we're dating each other just by, like, what we're picking.
Yeah.
It's
true.
I think Total Gym is still around, though.
Is it?
I think so. I think he's
I
still
don't know.
hawking
Well,
the
I'll
product.
tell you, I'm sure Chuck Norris is still hawking it if he gets the opportunity. What
I
else
actually
is he
had
doing?
one. It's no joke, bro. It
Oh,
really
yeah?
is.
All right, DeMarco, you got two.
I got two. Okay, so do you guys remember, and I'm big because I have a lot of, like, aches and pains. Do you guys remember that Miracle Copper stuff?
Oh, yeah.
Everything had copper in it.
Yes.
Yeah, the copper waistband, copper ankles. I
Yes.
bought everything copper.
I
trying to
remember
get rid
that.
of this pain. And it did like this.
100% I
This
remember
is
that.
some bunk. Yes. Miracle Copper. Yes, absolutely.
Got another one.
Oh, I got another one? Well, I'll go back to the other one. ShamWow, then. Just because of the
ShamWow.
guy. Yeah. I mean, who doesn't remember ShamWow?
That was one of mine.
It's part of our lexicon. It's ShamWow, of course.
I remember very clearly that there was a TLC show between the ShamWow guy and OxyClean guy where
Do
they
remember that.
talked about the infomercial
Yes.
behind the scenes, and then the OxyClean guy died like
OxyClean
pretty
is dead.
soon after that.
OxyClean
anyway,
is still going, man.
Is it
was
Billy
very-
May?
Well, Billy May, yes.
Billy May, that's
I think
his name.
I think he died like the same week as Michael Jackson.
And died bad. Not
Yeah.
bad. Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
all death is
You know what I
bad,
mean. Yeah,
but
yeah,
yes,
yeah.
exactly. Anyway, Andy, your second pick.
I am going to stay in the genre, or I guess the time period of the OGs, and one of the original as seen on TV infomercial gods, Richard Simmons, sweating to the oldies.
Heck yeah.
Oh,
come on!
I mean, that was an absolute, like, it was part of, I guess, the jazzercise craze
Yeah,
of
yeah.
the 80s. Big
Didn't
exercise
you do
movement.
Sweating to the Oldies?
Richard Simmons.
Yeah, that was it. Okay.
Yes,
that was the guy.
Richard Simmons
Yeah.
sweat into the oldies.
That was him. Yeah.
Took a bunch of 50s, 60s doo-wop classics.
Oh, my God. My
and
guy.
you would just sweat. It was Richard Simmons and a bunch of old ladies.
I heard Pauly Shore was going to do him in a movie.
Yes, and Richard Simmons very, very much objected to this movie.
Why? He was going to be respectful.
He was. I think. I'll tell you
There's
why.
a lot of reasons.
If you see the clip of Pauly Shore trying to do Richard Simmons,
Are you laughing at him or with him?
At him.
Oh, okay.
He's
that
terrible.
makes sense. Okay.
He's terrible.
All right, my next one you'll know just by the catchphrase. Chia.
Oh,
I'm gonna
yeah.
take Chia Pets. I always wanted the various different forms of the Chia Pets. I never got one. I would always be jealous of my friends that had them. So Chia Pets as my second pick.
That's a good one. That's a good
Laura,
one.
you got
That is a
two.
good one.
Well,
ever
you
tried
took
to
one of
make a chia
mine.
pet?
No.
I wanted
If
chia pet.
If you pour the seeds and you miss and it hits the desk and you forget, you'll have a little garden right there on your desk.
Really?
Just a little bit, yeah. It won't last long. They stick. Right. they're
I
everywhere.
really wanted
Yeah.
one too, so definitely childhood traumas here with my Snuggie, and I didn't get the chia pet. But another thing that I would see a lot when I couldn't sleep was the George Foreman grill. Like they would sell the George Foreman grill. So I'm gonna take that. And
I burned my foot on my George Foreman grill. How hard is that to understand? You guys watch The Office? No?
I don't remember that line.
It's from the. Okay, you remember the time when Michael burned his foot on the George Foreman grill because he likes waking up to bacon in the morning. So he wakes up, sets the bacon on his George Foreman grill in his room, and so he wakes up to the smell. Yes, on the floor, the smell of grilled bacon, and then he steps on his hot George Foreman grill and burns his foot.
I'm sure somebody's
How do you
done
not
that.
remember that?
I'm sure somebody's done
will.
that. I'm
Somebody
sure
will.
somebody has done that. That's funny.
Okay, so the next one that I'm gonna do, this one's a relatively, I feel like, newer one, the squatty potty.
What's that?
The squat.
It's so that you put it on
your
at
feet?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
so your
yeah, I
legs
heard
are
Travis talking
raised.
about
That's like
Yeah.
the
So you have an
newest
easier
one,
way of getting it out.
flowing out. I remember my niece was like,
Travis said it's a game changer.
"Oh, really?"
That's what he said.
My
Yeah.
niece saw it, like she was the one that put me on it, and she's like, "Oh, is that like the potty trainers when we were little?" I was
Yeah.
like, "Nah, girl, it's different.
It's just
different."
to give you some leverage.
So
Yeah, it
squatty
helps
potty.
those.
See?
Squatty potty.
Leverage is good.
Okay. I am gonna go with. Let's think. I'm gonna go with one that might be like a little more niche, but I think I saw it like a gajillion times. I would watch like Nick at Night or whatever. The Betty Crocker Bacon Fill, which is just basically what you will do. All these like rounded cakes that you could fill the cake with like jelly or ice cream. You can make these from home. I don't know why, but the Betty Crocker Bacon Fill infomercials just has been sitting in my brain. So there we go.
Love it.
Andy.
For my final as seen on TV product, I'm going to go a little bit newer now, over the last few years. The Tacklight flashlight. Like this is like the flashlight of Navy SEALs and like the badasses of the badasses. Like if you use this flashlight, you mean business.
Big time.
Big
It's no
time.
joke.
I forgot one that I
yeah.
should have done. Dang it.
I like that one.
Yes.
Yeah.
You do not trifle with a man who's got a Tacklight flashlight.
I was arguing with your brother about this very same subject.
About the Tacklight
about
flashlight?
stuff you need to have in your
What is
car.
it? Was it flare gun?
Your brother picked the flare gun for stuff you need in a car.
Oh, that is
I
hilarious.
think he meant flares, not
No,
flare
he
gun.
said
he said flare gun. Yeah.
And
A
meant
flare
it.
gun?
Right,
Yeah.
in your car.
Yeah.
Car essentials.
What?
Yeah.
Your brother picked flare gun. Yes. I picked flashlight.
That's
I was
terrible.
thinking of that one.
That's
Yeah.
terrible.
Absolutely. I did make sense. Am I up?
Yeah, your last one.
Okay, well, I mean, I wanted one. I missed my window. I can't go back. Remember the MyPillow guy?
Yeah.
I wanted one because sleepy is big for me and I need comfort. But skip that one. It's actually the shake weight. You guys remember the shake weight?
Shake it.
Shake weight. Yes. Absolutely. Have you ever tried it?
I have not.
It is a good workout. It just looks weird.
Yes,
it's
it does.
very strange.
Yes, it is.
Shake it.
Shake it. The shake weight for me. Yes.
I forgot to do Flex Seal. The
Flex
Flex Seal
Seal.
guy when he
Yeah,
gets like
Flex
he
Seal, yeah.
stops the boat from sinking because he puts a Flex Seal on
Oh,
it.
there's some good.
There's a lot of good ones.
When
that
you
we
brought
didn't
up the
get.
Venice Beach,
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about. Remember the blue blocker sunglasses?
Oh yes.
Oh,
I'm a
yeah.
hip hopper. Yeah,
I sure do.
Put on my blue blockers. I
Wow.
thought that's where you were going.
There's also like P90X, which
Yes.
is a big
was on
one
my
from
list.
this. Moon shoes.
When the shoe eraser one too, like for the clean the shoes. Zumba started off as like
I
I've seen on
decided
TV
to
type
limit
thing.
myself to just one exercise genre with my Chuck Norris.
Yeah.
The Total Gym. but you could have gone the Bowflex.
Yeah.
You could have the PDX 90 with Kurt Warner. Your guy was one of the spokespeople.
Yep.
You could have gone Billy Blank's Tybo.
Tybo, yes sir.
That was a craze.
Everybody was
Billy
rocking
Blanks
Tybo.
was huge for a few years.
Akon killed it.
There's also the Zoo Books back on on the kids channel. The Zoo Books would always pop
Zoo
up.
Books.
Yeah.
There was
Inglés sin barreras. That was another one.
the
That's not
fitness
something
wheel,
I would
the
know.
ab roller.
Oh my God.
Oh, my dad had that.
Yeah.
My
I had
dad
an ab
had all
roller.
these. Yeah.
Oh,
I had
the
an
ab
ab roller. I think I still have the ab roller somewhere in the garage.
Remember when we used to sell like the encyclopedias and stuff
Oh
too?
yeah.
Like,
yeah. Coins.
The Inglés sin barreras was like you were learning English, so it was like the Duolingo of like you had to. It was like a huge collection, so expensive. We had it.
Yeah. Isn't there a store at the mall called As Seen on TV?
Yeah, you
Yes.
can get all
Yeah.
these things that are these infomercial products.
I
and
was so
stuff.
happy. I'm like, I can walk in and buy it. It's right there. I don't have to wait. Yeah.
So there you go. That was it. Emily,
Nice.
you came up with that one. Thank you. That was fun. I enjoyed that one.
Can we tell her the other one we had? The presidents?
She took my chia seed.
Can we tell her about the presidents?
Okay,
Are we just going to draft
tease it.
presidents now?
This just came,
no.
This just came in.
Lord.
Tease it.
Okay, this is funny.
is like we didn't do the Far Side today, but this is kind of like the Far Side.
Okay.
This is a look into DeMarco's mind.
No, but we're in total agreement. Yeah.
Oh, it's a great category.
Yes.
It's
So
very
are we gonna hear
DeMarco.
it, or
Oh,
what?
yeah.
Coming up next, Mark Williams had some comments. Mark Williams' agent had some comments. Get into both of those. Also, a reminder, ESPN LA, the Lakers, and BBGO teaming up to find the Lakers' Gafote, the greatest fan of all time. Are you the Gafote? If so, you could win the ultimate fan package, including courtside seats and a year's supply of BBGO. If this is you, go to LakersGafote.com. That's Lakers, GFAOT.com to learn how to submit your entry. 710 ESPN.
The Luca era is on for the purple and gold.
And the NBA has never seen anything like this.
Rebound, Luca. Length of the court pass, LeBron. Lay it up and in.
Luca and LeBron, two of the greatest, are now together, and it's looking unstoppable.
I can't believe that we just had an assist, LeBron James to Luka Doncic, and it wasn't in the All-Star game.
Catch the dynamic duo as they dominate and make history in real time, right here on the home of Luca, LeBron, and the Lakers.
710 ESPN.
Hey, it's Mace talking about the amazing, spectacular Cosm. Best place to watch sports. Cosm is the ultimate sports experience. NBA, NHL, college basketball, Premier League, WWE, more. On massive, high-resolution displays, you got to experience the Dome at Cosm. Immersive shared reality that wraps around you. It's like being on the field or on the court. Inside the hall at Cosm, wall-to-wall live multi-view sports. Go to Cosm.com to get your tickets today. That's COSM.com.
Hey everybody, it's Cap. Are you downsizing or inheriting a home? Want to cash in on your equity? Call Sellers Advantage. They buy homes as is with no costly repairs, agents, or commissions. Get a competitive cash offer and close in days or on your timeline. Sellers Advantage has over 20 years of experience and even offers a $10,000 advance for moving expenses. Call 888-390-AS-IS or visit sellersadvantage.com for your no-obligation offer.
DRE number 01961658.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
Hey, it's Mace. Did you know Goodwill Southern California is more than just amazing thrift finds? They're transforming lives with job training, career placement, and support services for veterans, youth, and individuals overcoming barriers to employment. Every donation and purchase fuels these life-changing programs. For more on how you can help, go to powerofwork.goodwillsocal.org. That's powerofwork.goodwillsocal.org. Brought to you by GSC Verizon Skill Forward.
When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News & World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds. With that kind of money, you could go big time. The next time you're out to dinner with friends, you can order the shrimp cocktail for the table. And maybe you'll realize it only comes with 4 shrimp after you've already given away 3, but that one shrimp will be so good. And if you switch and save hundreds, you can get shrimp all the time. Switch to Progressive and you could save big time for shrimp. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states. Potential savings will vary.
Something amazing is happening here. AI is increasing workloads on CPUs and GPUs. But this company's laptops are more than keeping pace. That's because CDW worked with them to future-proof their laptop fleet by configuring them with devices enabled with AMD Ryzen AI. Improve performance and free up resources with AMD Ryzen and CDW. Make amazing happen. Find out more at cdw.com/AMD client.
It's the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Travis Rogers and DeMarco Farr.
But
I think there's a but. I think there's a but, but not a big but. It's a little narrow but.
The Travis and DeMarco Show rolls on
LA's mega sports station, 710 ESPN.
Love this song. I just ate stale cashews. Still good.
From a big tub of stale cashews.
And this is Frankenstein cashews. So if I get the small bag and there's a little left over, I just dump them into this big one.
So there may be even older ones in there that you're even aware of.
I mean, I don't know what I just ate, though. I really don't. But they taste good, though.
But you better believe you're going to finish them.
Gone. We're not wasting food. All gone, yes.
Travis and DeMarco Show. Andy Kamenetzky in for Travis. We've gotten some other suggestions, Emily, for As Seen on TV products.
Well, Andrew is very upset that we didn't draft the original As Seen on TV, the Thigh Master. I know we mentioned it.
You know what? I thought about the Thigh Master, but then I wasn't sure if that was an As Seen on TV.
Suzanne Summers.
Yep. Yeah, I wasn't sure if As Seen on TV went that far back.
Oh, yeah, it did.
A lot of these products, like NutriBullet, OxyClean, Scrubby Daddy or Scrub Daddy or whatever.
That was a revenue arm for a lot of people.
Yeah, Thigh Master was on. I mean, you can see it. It's on my list.
Yeah.
I just was not 100% sure that it coincided with As Seen on TV.
Yeah, and then also there's the Slap Chop that Baller P told us about.
How many did you have? I had
My parents
3.
had that too.
I don't think I had any Slap Chops.
Oh, really? Kept breaking them. They're so much fun. Yes, chop stuff in a hurry, but they break. Yeah, I do.
I love As Seen on TV.
Me too. Yeah, I was going to pick Dionne
all
Warwick.
Those useless
Clinton
products.
does too. So
I got. He comes in today, right? Can't wait to ask him.
Okay, so we had teased this, and before we get to Mark Williams and his agent's comments, we had teased that DeMarco had an idea for a future snake draft that, quite frankly, I'd like to be involved in.
My idea, it came from Kyle Hamilton, the football player, on Twitter.
Okay.
And I have to like him because he's black and Korean. But he put that out there. He said, not trying to be political, but if all 45 presidents were in a Royal Rumble, who would win?
So select your president for a presidential Royal Rumble.
Yes.
Based only on their ability to fight.
Yeah, and we came up with the same guy almost immediately.
Yeah, I mean we're probably guilty of
take politics out of it.
Take politics out of it altogether.
Just
like
the man.
whether you voted for this president or
and
not.
Again, are we doing it like Royal Rumble as a WWE personality?
Yes.
No.
Who would win the battle?
Who would win it? Like
okay. I need to get
just on ability.
If it's someone that could punch someone out.
Yeah, you have, or toss them out of the ring. Like you have. It's a presidential Royal Rumble, but all of the presidents, living and dead,
it's real and not staged.
You know what?
Yes,
Kyle,
it's real.
Kyle should have said Battle Royal, where he's just throwing guys over the top rope.
Right.
So last man standing.
It's not something that's staged because of a personality.
No. You're bringing Washington back in time. You're bringing Thomas Jefferson, Lincoln,
Abe Lincoln with the
Calvin
long reach.
Coolidge, everybody.
Everybody. And I saw this.
Andrew Jackson.
And
what was the one? There were 32 presidents have previous military experience.
Yes.
9 were generals.
Yeah. Okay.
So who are we picking? 45.
We
Only one comes
are
out.
guilty. I'm sure in some ways DeMarco and I are guilty of recency bias.
Yeah.
W was pretty athletic.
Picking W.
W was a pretty athletic dude who does, I believe, did he have some military experience?
Yeah.
I know his dad did.
He flew. I think
his
he was
dad
a
had a
pilot.
lot of military experience. He's very fit. We saw him, he grooved that first pitch for 9/11.
Pitch, bro.
He dodged the shoe that was thrown at him in that press conference twice.
Yes. That was our first.
Again, probably some recency bias. You are correct. Probably some of these old time, Revolutionary Wars.
Teddy Roosevelt.
Teddy Roosevelt.
Teddy Roosevelt may get down.
They may be better choices.
I mean,
but
Taft is at the bottom of this list.
Yes, 100%.
Except he's hard to throw out.
Yeah, heavyweight of it all.
Taft might out-survive everyone because you can't move him.
True. Well, Abe has the height. He's very
height
tall.
and reach. Hey, that's a long man.
Yeah, Abe Lincoln seems like he would just voluntarily leave.
Yeah.
Like he would feel like this is beneath.
he's a fighter.
You got to scrap. Yeah, that's funny. That's crazy. Should make a video game out of this. There you go.
Give
Wouldn't
me
that
Obama.
be fun?
I would play that video
See, me
game.
too.
I
would play. Thank
Give
you,
me
Kyle.
Obama.
Thank you, Kyle, for this. Has been fun.
He's very slight, though.
Okay, but see, from Chicago, right? So
Yeah.
I'm like just saying, like I don't know.
I'm
Just
sure
sneaky. Sneaky.
Chicago, but also Hawaii.
I know. I still think that
That's height and reach. Yeah. Quick.
He's pretty thin though. I feel like Obama is too slight
He's wiry.
for this competition.
190
And I'm
pounds of
assuming we're
twisted
also
steel.
doing it the time in which they were a president.
Yes.
Like the time in which they were, like
Yes.
the age in which they were when they were
but,
president.
but we can pick if it's a two-term president like Obama, we can pick the youngest
Younger
version
one?
of Obama.
Okay.
Let me see who's winning on this. Let's see.
Chat GPT.
This is fun.
Or it
I
sounds
got
like
somebody
Reagan.
said I got William Taft.
877
Yeah.
Well,
710
Reagan, when he was
ESPN.
president, was old. Like he's not
Yeah, he was
winning a
old.
fight.
Who?
GW
Reagan, when
starts
he
it
was
off.
president, was old. He's not winning the fight.
I don't consider Reagan a strong candidate for this, old or young.
I think they triple team Taft, eliminate him. Lincoln out wrestles and wins over W.
Interesting.
Yeah, I like it. This is nice.
Interesting.
FDR gets in the ring. Stop that.
Yeah, I was. That's why
I'm not
I
even
didn't
gonna
touch
finish
it.
that one.
That's
Stop,
why I didn't
stop,
touch
stop.
it. That's why I didn't touch it.
Yep.
But Washington was part of the Revolutionary War.
Can he fight,
those
though?
Him and his wooden teeth
Can he
would have
fight,
got you.
though?
dude,
pretty
back
tall.
in the Revolutionary War
Did he have
days,
wooden
fighting
teeth?
was brutal.
What
But,
does
I mean,
wooden teeth have to do with
That's
being a
it.
fighter?
Think of the nutrition. He's like 2 feet tall. Come on. Come on, it's different.
Thomas Jefferson was a tall dude.
All right, we're moving.
But
we're
he spent a lot of time in France. I
Yeah.
don't think he's a fighter.
See, this is a great
There
game.
you go. I love
The
this.
white
This is
flag
good.
came out.
James Madison, no
Nope.
shot.
See? May sneak up on you, though.
John Adams, also no shot.
Yeah.
Was James Madison was the president, right?
believe so.
He's one of the Virginians. That was
This is good.
Pretty sure.
You know, let me write this down. We got to get a vote. Everybody has to have a
I-
vote.
okay, again, I don't agree with Andrew Jackson as a person. I think Andrew Jackson would be pretty high up on this list.
Oh, no.
there you
Again,
go.
you have to remove politics from this.
Yes.
If you want to land on the right person, Andrew Jackson, horrible person, probably he's one of the betting favorites.
In a fight.
Yeah,
In a scrap. Yeah.
this particular venue, like FanDuel's got him at pretty good odds.
Wow. This will be good. Yes.
So, this was a pretty good. We didn't do the far side, but this is a pretty good far side.
Just interesting.
Substitute.
Thank you, Kyle. It made us all think. We'll ask. But we came up with the same guy immediately for the same reasons.
Yeah, I
that
think
was
we
very
are both
athletic.
guilty of some recency bias.
Yes. Looks like he can take a punch, too.
W was the first guy that popped in either one of our
better hit him
votes.
I don't
twice.
think that he, and maybe again, I was a young person when he was president, so it just feels like he wasn't. I couldn't see him in a fight.
I didn't get him right away, so that's interesting.
But just the first pitch, you know.
He was
dodging
pretty athletic.
shoes. Yeah, he was.
He's a pretty athletic
All
guy.
right, anyway, move on. Yeah. Before this devolves. Yeah.
Jeff, I think we're too late.
Yeah.
That's true.
Jeff Schwartz of XL Sports Management, he's one of the big agents in the NBA.
Yeah.
Put out a statement.
Makes a lot of money, knows what he's doing.
Yes, Jeff Schwartz
Makes
is one
a
of the
ton
heavy
of money.
hitters.
Yes.
Put out a statement, quote, "The overwhelming sentiment after conferring with multiple nationally recognized doctors is the Los Angeles Lakers should not have failed Mark Williams on his physical."
Whoa. Really?
It's a strong statement.
So you hose his client. You cost him money. You cost his client and his company money.
Make no mistake.
Yeah.
Jeff Schwartz has a big-time dog in this fight.
Big time.
Which is why, with all respect to Jeff Schwartz, I need to hear from some of these multiple nationally recognized doctors rather than just taking the word of Mark Williams' agent.
Well, you're going to have to prove it.
Right.
But if true, oh, my God.
But here's the thing, though.
Yeah.
If true,
Yeah.
then Charlotte should have been able to prove this pretty easily. if it's
I don't know how you
overwhelming.
could. I mean, he's in league circles. He's talking to people. I'm assuming they know how the Lakers operate, and they got some insider info. Because
Again.
the only way you'll know is to get inside the room with him and the Lakers. And how many people are in that room? That's what I'm saying.
Kenny in La Habra, you're on 710 ESPN. You want to weigh in on the presidential battle royale?
Thanks for having me on. So who I'm going to be rooting for, and I think that's going to take the title, is the dearly departed JFK. I mean, World War II veteran. He was a captain of a small wooden boat, and it was rammed by a Japanese destroyer, and he survived, came back home, and, became the president. That's some big grit.
Oh, he's
physical, cunning, leadership, and he could probably train other presidents.
If this was wrestling, he would definitely. JFK would be the babyface.
Appreciate the call. I appreciate the call, Kenny, and I got to be honest.
Yeah.
I think I initially thought of JFK as too much of like a pretty boy, too much of a Kennedy.
Yeah.
Kenny's right. He's got some serious credentials.
Think of him in terms, he's John Cena. Yeah. You hate him or you don't like him. You don't think much of him, but he just keeps beating your butt. Yeah.
Jason in Downey, you're on Travis and DeMarco. What's up, Jason?
So my pick is going to be former President Gerald Ford.
Football.
The dude was a two-time national champion for the University of Michigan. He was a senator linebacker.
Nice.
And he actually turned down NFL offers. So, DeMarco, you said JFK Cena. This guy would probably be like the Big Show.
Oh, my
Gerald
God.
Ford all the way.
Look out now.
You know what?
Yeah.
Okay, this is another area where like recency bias or how your memories are formed get in the way. I think so much now about Gerald Ford with Chevy Chase's impressions of him where he's clumsy and always falling down.
Yes.
Gerald Ford was an incredible athlete and he was a big dude.
And he's got that look, right? He's got a cranium. Yeah, he can drop that cranium on you.
Do we have more on this?
He's
Emily?
got like, you ever watch wrestling? The Polynesian, the Samoan headbutts?
Oh, yeah.
I bet he's got one of them. He's got the headbutt from hell. Yes. Knock you cold.
Like, if we could ever invent a true time machine, this is now the totally stupid thing that I want used for the time machine first.
Oh, this
is
year?
this presidential
this will be
royale.
fun. Yes.
Like, forget doing all these different things that might actually affect the world better through history. Like, we stop world wars from happening, things like that.
Let's just go and do this.
Yeah,
This will be
I
fun.
want the presidential royale. Is Gabriel in L.A. holding for this? Gabriel in L.A. wants to weigh in. What's up, Gabriel?
Hey, what's going on? So Abraham Lincoln was actually in the National Wrestling Hall of Fame, so I think he would win.
Hey, man. Got reach and can wrestle.
Oh.
Look out now. See? There you go.
I cannot believe how many calls we're getting.
I know.
This is amazing. I love this. Steven in Glendale, you're on Travis and DeMarco.
He left. He was going to say Abe Lincoln.
Abe Lincoln. Another.
So 2 votes for Lincoln.
That's 3 votes for Abe Lincoln. Yeah.
All right. Hit us all up on Twitter
this.
at ESPN LA, at Cam Brothers, at DeMarco Far 1.
Yes. At DeMarco 401.
Baby Will. Isn't it the Baby Will?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Hit up Emily. Hit up Laura on Twitter.
No one's going to pick George Washington. Come on. Look at the picture.
Dude was tall.
Gerald
He
Ford.
was tall and
He was a general. He was actually
Revolutionary
fighting in the
Gerald
War.
Ford versus Abe Lincoln.
Revolutionary War. This is like musket era, like, what do they
He
call
had hand
bayonet?
combat.
I'm talking in a
bayonet
ring.
era.
In a ring. With that cranium, you're done. Yeah.
All
You're
right,
knock the wig off.
We're going to hear from more of you. I think we really are going to hear from more of you about the presidential royale. But coming up next, Factor Cap coming up. Travis and DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
Steve Mason and John Ireland.
Mason and Ireland today at 1 after Travis and DeMarco.
This is the best defense I've seen the Lakers play since they went to 3 straight finals in 08, 9, and 10. I think when JJ started, he got the job because of his relationship with LeBron, and everybody wondered if he would grow into it. And now, I actually think in his first season, there's 30 teams in the NBA. I would put him in the top half.
The OGs of LA Sports Radio. That's Mason and Ireland.
On 710 ESPN.
Hey guys, it's Sedano at Los Angeles International Airport. Changes are arriving daily to help reduce traffic, save travelers time, and transform the travel experience. The LAX economy parking structure is now open with thousands of smart parking spaces, as well as hundreds of EV charging stations. Modernized terminals have biometric gates for faster boarding, and in the future, the People Mover train will connect travelers to LA Metro. For more information, go to their website, flylax.com/transforming LAX. That's flylax.com/transforming LAX.
Hey, Today, let's talk trash. Food waste, that is. Tossing your food scraps in the regular trash sends them to landfills where they release harmful gases like methane. Fight global warming by simply sorting your food scraps and placing them in your green bin. It's quick, it's easy, it helps protect our planet. Ready to do your part? Visit cleanla.com or call 888-CLEAN-LA for more tips. This message funded by Cal Recycle.
Are you in the hunt for an exciting new job in the world of professional sports and entertainment? Legends Hospitality is thrilled to announce our hiring fair this Saturday, February 22nd and Sunday, February 23rd from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. at SoFi Stadium. We're looking for enthusiastic candidates for part-time positions in catering, concessions, merchandise, culinary, and more. Enjoy competitive wages and a flexible schedule. Whether you're seeking valuable experience or looking to boost your income, we have a role that's perfect for you. We'll be conducting on-the-spot interviews, so come ready to impress. To enter the stadium, please use Pinkay Avenue and Barris Drive and park in Lot E, where you can check in at VIP Entry 11. Don't forget to visit legends.net/careers to explore our current openings and apply now. That's legends.net/careers. Don't miss this incredible opportunity. Your future starts here.
Hey, nice job, Pete. I like those clean lines. Fellas, do we have anyone that can get to Greenport today?
At Corey's Landscaping, the staffing plan is in the weeds.
Anthony, we need that leaf blower over here. 3 more new customer requests just came in. Who wants to work some overtime?
He needs to dig up quality landscapers and fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job on Indeed, it's easier for talented candidates to find it, which makes it easier for you to hire them. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Robinhood Gold members can now enjoy the VIP treatment, receiving a 3% IRA match on annual retirement contributions. With Robinhood Gold, the perks of the high net worth are now available for any net worth. The new gold standard is here with Robinhood Gold. To receive a 3% boost on annual IRA contributions, sign up at Robinhood.com/gold. Investing involves risk. 3% match requires Robinhood Gold at $5 a month for 1 year from first match. Must keep funds in IRA for 5 years. Go to Robinhood.com/boost. Robinhood Financial LLC member SIPC. Gold membership is offered by Robinhood Gold LLC.
Here we go. It is Factor Cap time. Factor Cap on the Travis and DeMarco show. Each weekday around 10:30, producer Emily serves up what's going down, and fun and frivolity ensues. Special thanks to the law offices of Joseph S. Normand for making Factor Cap possible.
It's Joseph S. Normand. It's Factor Cap on the Travis and DeMarco show on 710 ESPN. And if you've been hurt in an accident, let me help you. Call my office at 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000.
Let's do it. Factor Cap right now.
Take it away, producer Emily.
Welcome to Factor Cap.
Thanks, show. Hi, guys.
Yo.
What
ahoy,
up?
Roll it up.
And the way that these callers are talking about Teddy Roosevelt in the ring, they think that he's going to go in like this.
Do you know how easy this is for me?
Oh, this is so easy for me. No, Teddy Roosevelt never fought a bear. That's apocryphal, guys. Might be in the history books, but he never fought a bear. It's just history making around him.
It's not a lie if you believe it, Emily.
Of course, of course. All right, so today is our big national game, USA versus Canada on TNT at 5 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific time. And it got me thinking about one of the best speeches in all of sports. Laura, hit it.
Tonight, we are the greatest hockey team in the world. You were born to be hockey players. Every one of you. And you were meant to be here tonight. This is your time. Their time is done. It's over. I'm sick and tired of hearing about what a great hockey team the Soviets had.
Damn right.
Screw them.
Yep.
This is your time.
Let's go, coach.
Now go out there and take it.
And I'm sure that's going to be in the dressing room before the USA takes off against Canada. But my statement is, this is the best sports speech in a movie.
Ooh. I mean, Pacino in Any Given Sunday is pretty great. You know, the Inches speech. Denzel, the speech Denzel gives in Remember the Titans when he takes them on that long run.
Oh, Gettysburg.
And they're in Gettysburg. In the fort.
Yeah. That was good.
That one is pretty damn amazing.
Yeah.
But Kurt Russell here is fantastic. It's at the very least, it is fact adjacent.
Oh,
at minimum, fact adjacent.
DeMarco?
Oh my God, this is hard, man. I gotta go Cap because there's a lot I can't remember. Get one for
Gene Hackman and Hoosiers.
Great. Get one for the Gipper.
That's really good.
Brian Piccolo. Brian's song. There's a lot, but I mean that up there that gets me fired up every.
It's really good.
Single time.
It's really
the last
good.
part of that is that the last part where he walks out and says, "To your blank and grave," or is that another hockey coach? Like if you mess this up tonight, you'll take it to your grave. He walks out and walks back in and says, "To your blank and grave."
I believe it's
same
I believe
thing.
that's
Okay.
same one. Yes.
If not, it's up there with the best. But yeah, go ahead.
Laura?
So I was thinking, I wanted to say fact until you brought up Remember the Titans, so I'm going to have to go Cap.
Denzel's speech in Remember the Titans
Also,
is amazing.
I'm like a huge Coach Carter movie person.
Oh,
I
sir.
know.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Sir.
Yeah.
But Kurt Russell nailed that.
Yeah, he's terrific in
Herb
that
Brooks
movie.
was a jerk. He was a good coach.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
I mean, I'm sure you know this. You've been professionally coached. A lot of great coaches are jerks.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm going to make you hate me so you guys will come together. That's next
You have
level
a common
coaching.
enemy.
Yes.
All right. So on this day in 1968 was when Columbo premiered, and I do know that is one of the favorite comfort shows of our friend Chris Morales, and I hope he's doing great and on his journey of healing. But
one more thing,
you have a go-to comfort show. That this show you put on, it always makes you feel better, and you often rewatch this over and over again. DeMarco, fact or cap?
Fact, several, and Landman just became one of them. I could watch that show over. I watched the first 10 episodes. I'm gonna watch it again.
Okay, isn't Landman like kind of violent and has like drug stuff? Do you go to a comfort show that's like scary?
Wait, don't judge our comfort shows.
It's more watching Billy Bob Thornton in this environment. He's funny. But the other one, my comfort show, both of them have violence in it, laced throughout the entire series. The Sopranos and The Wire. Absolutely, I have comfort shows.
So they bring
Fact.
you comfort.
Yeah, I mean, especially The Sopranos, because I think I modeled my life after them, but not in the mafia. Not in the mafia.
Well, that's
no,
kind of their whole
Go
life.
on, DeMarco. No, not the mob
Tell
stuff.
us, sir. Tell us.
You have to remember when that show was on. The cars, how they decorated their houses,
The Bada Bing.
what they wore. No, not the Bada Bing, but close. But that stuff. Yeah. So The Sopranos. Yeah, it takes me back to that time.
So
Yeah.
everything about The Sopranos besides the mafia part.
Yeah. But just the time period. Yeah.
Andy, you have a comfort show.
Yeah, that would be fact. Three's Company, Good Times, like a lot of those 70s sitcoms. They take me back to when I first started watching when I was a kid. They're funny, even some of like Good Times, which has like a lot of social commentary, and it would hit on real subjects. It's still really funny and be offset with all the.
They didn't have to kill James, man. They didn't have to kill off James.
Spoiler, I'm just kidding.
I mean, they didn't have to
Don't
kill
come
off
at
James.
James Evans.
Yes.
Most intimidating sitcom father in sitcom history.
One of the best TV dads of all time.
But I mean, just in terms of
That's
pure,
another good draft.
you
Yes.
don't,
TV dads.
TV
you
dads.
don't want to get on James Evans Sr.'s bad side ever.
When he reached for his belt buckle, I know what that feels like. Run for your life.
Yes.
Laura?
Okay, so absolutely fact. I have so many. And the reason why I said don't judge our TV shows is because one of my go-to ones, it's Law & Order SVU. Like, I love that show.
That's actually my wife's, I think,
such
one
a
of her
good
comfort
show.
shows.
As
But
you're just like
also-
snuggling in and you're just
I
hearing
know,
about domestic
that
violence
it's
and
just-
violence against women.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I know it's not the ideal, but,
But you know what?
there's
There is
something
some-
about it.
And I think there's something particular to women, and I can't.
I love Benson. Like, I love that.
And I see Laura shaking her head, and maybe not all women, but there are a lot of
true
women.
crime.
Yeah, like the
Yes,
true
yes.
crime genre, which unfortunately involves a lot of bad violence towards women, is taken in by women, like
So,
predominantly
There's
more than men.
I mean, that I can speak to that, but really quick, like anything like Moesha, like Martin in Living Color, like Girlfriends,
Yeah.
like any of that to me also, I can just go back. But I think like for me at least, a lot of women unfortunately have dealt with like SA and they like to see the guy get put away. So there's a lot of that with that show.
I like to see him get shot.
My wife, who is also a big true crime, I mean, she is like a true crime junkie.
Yeah.
And she also is somebody that has SVU on in the background a lot.
Yeah.
Your show, I just like Benson and Stabler.
Yeah, that's like early.
I just love them. I mean, I
Dude,
kind of ignore what
Law and Order is actually one of my comfort. The original Law and Order is one of my comfort
they're chasing
shows.
and watch them. It's great. Yeah.
Law and Order is phenomenal.
Did you like the CI? It's with D'Onofrio. Which one was that?
Didn't get as much into that one.
They were great too. But anyway, go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't do true crime. I think it's a reason why a lot of people are scared to go outside their homes a lot, because they have in their brains that true crime's happening all the time. But anyway, I saw a TikTok that AMC is on DoorDash, AMC movie theater, so you can DoorDash yourself your favorite movie snacks, some popcorn, some ices, some like candies, and you can have all that AMC goodness in your own home and have your own movie. So AMC on DoorDash is a game changer. Laura Fetter Cap.
Cap. I mean,
Thank you.
if I want an icy, I'll like
7-Eleven's
either
right there.
Exactly. I'll get it
Well,
from
not for
7-Eleven.
everybody.
You know what I mean? If I want candy, I'll 7-Eleven.
It's right
and
there.
there's called streaming now, people.
Thank
like,
you.
But the popcorn is so much better at a movie theater.
I mean, yes.
Not that much better.
But not when it comes stale and like cold and stuff. Like, nah, man, Cap. What are we doing?
Who's doing that?
It's actually coming. It would get to my house probably in 20 minutes or less. So
yeah, that's still cold.
Here's the thing. To me, I'm going Cap too, just because, like Laura said, it feels too early. It feels too easy to get all of these things without the AMC DoorDash. If you're going to do that, though, Emily, you mentioned the popcorn. You have to get that butter on the side.
Oh, you can.
Okay,
They
but I'm
put it
saying
in little like containers.
you have to. A, so you can reheat the butter. B, so it doesn't sit on the popcorn for, you mentioned 20 minutes.
Yeah.
That's going to be terrible popcorn.
Yeah. Soggy popcorn, no good.
The time it would take for me to walk to a 7-Eleven and back is the same amount of time it would take for that DoorDash to get to you.
That's the point. You've done it? The AMC?
I haven't. I would be tempted, but I
You
haven't.
know, the only thing I might is the nachos. I don't know, something about the movie nachos.
No.
And-
Soggy, again.
I know.
Soggy.
That's my favorite with the
Nacho-
fake cheese. Yeah.
Total side note.
Yeah.
Nachos have changed over the years
Oh, yeah,
for
they
the
have.
worse.
Big time.
They have evolved I don't understand how we've gone to this place where it's all chips, very little cheese. You just get like that little
drizzle.
What do you mean you don't understand? It's cheaper. And they'll still eat it. That's why.
Okay,
yeah.
so
Nachos used to mean something, DeMarco, when
know,
you and I were growing up.
I'm right there with
True.
you, but I want my nachos.
You know what's funny? So we were gonna go see the new Marvel movie, Christian and I, as a date for Valentine's Day. We
good
didn't
luck.
get. Yeah, exactly. We didn't get tickets, but the thing is, like, I mean, I love Marvel or whatever, but
sold out.
No, she doesn't. So, anyways, we couldn't go. We couldn't go for other reasons. But the first thing I did when we were getting ready to leave.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Anyways, back focus. I had I have a little lounge bag, the little Disney backpack. I like smacked in like chips and candy and like wine, and then he's like, "Babe, like we're not going there for a whole weekend." And I was like, "Listen, I'm that person that takes my snacks to the movie theater."
Yeah.
Like I have no shame.
a lot of
Me
people
either.
No shame.
Of course.
Yeah, and honestly, the movie theater people don't care either.
They
Like,
don't.
No.
They don't.
so
You're not
obvious.
sneaking them in. They don't care at all.
I'm going to be honest.
Some do actually.
Movie theaters at this point, they can't afford to kick you out.
No, they
Like,
need your money.
Bring in whatever the hell
Yeah.
you want. As long as you are there to buy the tickets,
I
do
had
it.
some little Stella Rosa, like you can
Yeah.
buy these little baby bottle ones. I had 2 of them in there.
can't
I was
drink that
ready.
movie.
I have nothing against people bringing that stuff in from the outside. Sure. One, just make it quick. If you're opening a bag of chips, don't be like.
Well, no, you got to do it before the movie starts. Can't do
Yes.
it during the movie.
But plenty of people will
Sometimes you
just
got
be
to.
rooting around for like
No.
25 minutes when I'm trying to watch Sing Sing, and you're like, can
Oh.
you just open your bag really quickly?
Well,
I don't care if you
No.
have
That's
it.
why we go see
Just do it
Fast and the
quickly.
Furious. See, something explodes, you open the bag. That's how you got to do it. What's wrong with Captain America? No? Bad?
Well,
I love
our,
Marvel,
our
so-
government overlords of our company might not like my opinion about
The government overlord. But the new movie? Oh,
I
God.
haven't seen it.
I just saw
don't
the
know,
promo behind
I don't
you.
know what if it's. I'm sure it's
Harrison
probably
Ford
no,
is
but,
the
you know.
Red Hulk.
The Red Hulk, yeah. I've been waiting for the
Anthony
Red Hulk.
Mackie is the new Captain America.
Yes, I've been waiting for
I just
Red
want
Hulk
to
for
see
years.
it. I'm not saying it's gonna be good or bad. I just want to
Shout
see
out.
it. You know.
Good for them.
What happened?
And that's
What did I
Cap,
miss?
and it's brought to
Oh
you
my
by Normand Legal. You have many choices in legal team, but family always comes first. Call 213-747-2000. The Law Office of Joseph S. Normand. Call 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com.
What am I missing?
I love when movie disdain just oozes out of Emily.
You don't like the movie?
Like when she just...
How did you not get that?
I'm trying to figure it
Truly.
out. Oh, you didn't like it?
I want us to go to break because our company it's a movie that is a Disney movie.
Oh,
They'll
okay.
tell you offline, man.
Coming up next, is there more smoke building to the Matthew Stafford fire? Travis and DeMarco Show, 710 ESPN.
Sedano and Cap.
Today at 3 p.m. after Mason and Ireland.
I was walking from doing a hit, and I ran into Chris Mullen. That's not who it is, right?
Love Chris Mullen.
Mully. I turn around to my right, and guess who's standing in front of me and extends his hand out to say, what's up?
Tell me who this is.
Spike Lee.
Spike freaking Lee.
Yeah. And he
Love
says,
Spike
yo,
Lee.
what up? And I'm like, hey, what up, Spike?
I love Spike Lee.
I'm like, you good?
Oh, you brought it in?
He brought it in.
He brought it in.
Well,
to
he
you.
brought hand out.
Okay.
When he saw me turn around after saying what's up, he brought hand out. And I was like, oh, what up, Spike? And he's like, what up, man? And I'm like, you good? He's like, I'm good. You good? I'm like, I'm good.
Okay, that's a nice conversation.
And
to
I'm
have.
like, yo, I got to roll. I'll see you.
It's a nice conversation.
I mean, I had to roll. It was like
Everybody's good.
30 seconds left on the clock
Okay,
before I had to go. So
I understand.
couldn't have like a full-fledged conversation.
Yeah, but at least we know two things. You're good.
He's good.
And he's good.
Right, so
you
we're
guys
good.
are both good.
All right, see you.
Nice.
Yeah.
The LA Afternoon Takeover. That's Sedano and Cap.
On 710 ESPN.
You never expect a Hail Mary pass to win and end the game or getting into an accident. Hey, it's Trav with DeMarco.
Only one all-star defense team you can call to defend you. The personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000.
Don't get sacked by others. Joseph will help you achieve the maximum compensation you deserve. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000.
Let Joseph and his team score a touchdown for you.
Cap here. Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gatt. With years of experience and a passion for helping people, if you've got water damage at home, call Avner Gatt today. 818-917-5256 or avnergatt.com. That's 818-917-5256. Avner Gatt. Your claim, our game.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again, at work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text HIM to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast, absolutely free. Text HIM to 321-321. That's HIM to 321-321. This is the Travis and DeMarco Show.
You're from over there, I'm from over here. We're sitting in this hot tub together. What do you like to drink?
No.
See?
No.
No? Not at all? Come on.
No.
Now weekdays 9 a.m. to noon on LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
Hey, do you remember this song?
Oh, yeah, the Reflex.
Remember when Duran Duran ruled the planet?
It's pretty big.
Yeah,
They
it was
were
pretty
big.
big. They
They
were
were big for a
everywhere.
minute.
Yes, I had girls in junior high literally fighting over these guys. Who was going to marry
Simon Le Bon or
and
the Taylors or whoever, yeah.
Like, you'll never meet them. You're 12. You know what I'm saying?
It was the same thing with like NSYNC and like the Backstreet Boys,
Right.
and then eventually like B2K was like the thing too.
Actually getting suspended from school. Wow. Because someone said they're going to marry Simon Le Bon. And that's your guy.
I guarantee you those girls are not married to them right now.
No, absolutely not. I know them. Yeah, I know them. Yes, you married Hank, the good provider. Yes.
ESPN LA and the Lakers and BBGO, correct?
BBGO.
Yeah.
They are teaming. That part's not written up right here. So they're teaming up to find the Lakers' Gafote, the greatest fan of all time of the Lakers. Enter by telling us your favorite Lakers memory and posting to social media. You must, this is important, follow ESPN LA on one of the various socials, and you must hashtag Lakers Gafote and hashtag promotion. All of these directions are on LakersGafote.com. That's LakersGFOAT.com. Awesome grand prize. Like, you really, truly want to enter this.
Courtside seats, a year's supply of BBGO.
Yeah, it is
good stuff.
Worth your
you.
time, and you're repping the Lakers anyway.
Magic's Baby Hook in '87. That
Pretty
is
great.
probably my favorite Laker memory of all time.
You know, we were talking about this with Bergman before the show started. There's like so many different ones to choose from, but I'm thinking it's actually Ron Artest's post-Game 7 press conference. Because you have this culmination of the Lakers winning a championship. I have never seen more joy in a post-game press conference, particularly with Ron, who was the only non-member of the 2009 championship team. All the talk heading into that season was, if they don't repeat, it'll be because Ron Artest was too much to handle. He's too unstable. He ends up the only guy in Game 7 who didn't seem like the moment was overwhelming. He ended up hitting that like dagger 3. His press conference was hilarious. The media there actually applauded when it was done. I've never seen that before.
That's crazy. Well, he went from pariah to champion.
Yeah, that might be my favorite. And I was there. Like, I actually witnessed it. That might actually be my favorite Lakers moment.
People used to hate Ali until we saw him at the Olympics. That changed. Mike Tyson went from bad guy biting ears to lovable uncle. Ron Artest went from pariah, Malice in the Palace, to champion.
And Ron is meta. He's a great guy. I mean, he really is a good dude.
Okay, you said meta, right? So if I see him on the street, I've never actually met him. If I called him Ron, would I get in trouble?
I doubt it.
Okay, just making sure.
I don't think he is like really, really stringent or strident.
I just don't want to get mushed.
No. He's honestly, he's a pretty sweet guy.
What was that fan thinking getting on the floor trying to box Ron Artest?
Well, I mean, honestly, remember Jermaine O'Neal hit that guy on the court?
Oh, God. He's lucky he slipped.
He is so lucky.
Oh, my God.
So
lucky. If he was a president, he would win the Battle Royal.
Real quick update before we get to the Matthew Stafford situation and the smoke and the fire. From Sam Amick of The Athletic, sources told him Victor Wembanyama had experienced low energy lately that was causing concern. When he had low energy at the All-Star weekend and through his 2-day vacation, tests began that ultimately uncovered the deep vein thrombosis. Spurs are very confident he'll be healthy and ready to start the next season. For those who did not hear, Victor Wembanyama is out for the rest of the season. Deep vein thrombosis, the fear from it is blood clots. This is something that Brandon Ingram experienced when he was a Laker. Ingram has gone on to obviously have a career. Christian Coloco dealt with not deep vein thrombosis, but blood clot, like that issue, before eventually being cleared to get back on the court now with the Lakers.
Yeah.
So hopefully the prognosis with Wembanyama is positive and he can get this under control and move forward.
From a team standpoint, I wonder what you do if you're the Spurs and you lose one of your best guys. This is possible in every sport. You may lose a guy for the season.
It is what it is.
I just wonder what you do from here.
You hope that De'Aaron Fox, who you traded for, can step up his game.
You got
and
green
maybe
light.
Push yourselves into the play-in. But what are you going to do?
Look, this is huge. This is seismic. I hope he gets better from this. I'm glad they found it. Yeah.
So there's been a lot of talk of late about the Rams and Matthew Stafford, their future. Can they agree on contract terms that would keep Stafford around? Otherwise, might the Rams look to trade Matthew Stafford? Louis Riddick on NFL Live had some thoughts about just the possibility of trading Stafford.
Yes, it puts the onus on the scouting department and the coaching staff to go ahead and develop the rest of the roster, especially when you have someone like Matthew Stafford taking up a disproportionate amount of the salary cap. But guess what? If you flip it around and you take Matthew out of there, but then you think, hey, I'm a genius. I can just get all these other pieces and build it around whoever the next quarterback is, and you think you're going to have the same kind of success, I guarantee you you're not. You're not going to have the same kind of success because this guy is different. There's a reason why you pay him the way you do. There's a reason why Matthew Stafford is going to walk into the Hall of Fame. There's a reason why when we were watching him against the Philadelphia Eagles that this guy was two plays away from maybe upsetting Philadelphia and knocking them out of the playoffs. He's different. He's a difference maker. I think they need to find a way to make this work and get him back in the fold for at least 2 to 3 more years. Because if you don't, and you do put him on the trade market, I'm lining up. I'm lining up at the door going, I want some of that. Yeah. I want Matthew Stafford on my team.
See, there's a big part of me that feels exactly the way he does, but clearly he loves Matthew Stafford. He appreciates the talent, and so do I. And I think he's right to a certain degree. If you have been a Rams fan, let's say since the Mark Bulger era, when Mark Bulger decided to stop playing football for the Rams, and I'm done, and you went through Bradford, Kellen Clemens, Austin Davis, Nick Foles, all the guys before you got to Goff, even the first part of the Goff career, until McVay got here, you would pay Matthew Stafford anything he wants to stay. I'll tell you there's nothing worse in the National Football League than having a big fat hole at quarterback, because it does not matter what else you have on your football team. Myles Garrett has been wasted in Cleveland. So many players have been wasted throughout the league because of bad quarterback play. If you don't have that guy, you've got no shot. If you've got the guy, and this is what we said about Stafford over the last 3 or 4 years, it does not matter. If you have that guy, it makes going to sleep at night a little bit easier. So I understand where he's coming from.
Yeah, there's always possibilities with a quarterback of Stafford's caliber. What I think is interesting about this, I don't think Louis Riddick is wrong on its face in terms of what he's saying. What I think is complicated about this, though, with Stafford is at some point in the relatively near future, you're going to be moving on from him anyway. Because he's, 36, 37?
36.
So, and he's still playing really well.
Is he 36 or 37? I think he's 36.
He's still playing really well. I'm not trying to diminish the level that he's playing at.
37. Doesn't matter.
You are much closer to the end than the beginning. And the end is something that you have to be planning for regardless relatively soon. If the end is thrust upon you now, as you're trying to keep him, but for what, you can't land on a number that feels responsible, you're moving to the place that you have to pretty soon anyway.
Let me say this. If you're at the end at 36, 37, I don't think it looks like what we just saw. And this is different. This is like Torrey Holt and the Hall of Fame. Football is different now. Receiver numbers are through the roof. Quarterbacks play a lot longer than they used to because you can't hit them. Rodgers is 40, still banging around. He's going to find a team at some point and play, and probably play pretty well. So what's the window with Stafford? It could be as long as 3 years. You never know. He could be one of those guys. I was so surprised at how well he protected himself towards the end of the year. When they went through that sackless streak, it wasn't just the O-line. It was him buying time, getting out of trouble.
Okay, this may be a tough question to ask you just off the top of your head, but if you had to put it in broad terms, what do you think is the max that the Rams could pay Stafford while still having the ability to put enough around him or build around the edges to where it's worth having him on the roster in the first place?
Okay, so I'll just put my agent hat on,
right?
Because they're going to know. And remember, you don't have to pay your defense for the next 2 years,
right?
Yeah, so you have money. You're about to move off of Cooper Kupp. There's going to be money available. I don't think you have to pay Puka Nacua just yet. I think the only big-ticket guy that you have to make a decision on is Kyren Williams. And a lot of people said, I'm okay with letting him go, let Blake Corum take over. So I think there's money there to pay whatever he might be demanding. It's just, do you want to do it?
This is I think, landed on a really interesting way of potentially framing this. Kyren Williams is coming off a great season.
1,300.
He was really, really good.
Yeah.
If you had to choose between Kyren Williams, the younger, if not all-pro, like he had close to an all-pro type season. He was.
When you talked about the top 2 running backs and what they did, Kyron's name was right underneath him.
Right.
He was as good as those guys.
He was great, and he is a young guy. The potential for him to grow, no matter what you think of Stafford, the potential for Kyren Williams to grow is higher than the potential of Stafford to grow at 37.
That's a decision they're making. Do you think Kyren gets better? I I don't know.
Because if
We'll
really,
see.
in a lot of ways, may come down to choosing between Stafford and Kyron Williams. I think if you think about it that way, that might provide some clarity.
The only running backs, this is old school thinking when you used to pay your guy. Steven Jackson was one of them. I'm talking from a Rams perspective. The last guy they paid for what he did versus what he was going to do was Gurley.
Yeah.
And that kind of messed up the running back market. So do you think Kyron gets better, stays the same, or gets worse? That's the choice you have to make.
Yeah.
But to answer your question, if it comes down to having Kyron or Stafford, give me 9. Give me the quarterback.
Well, there you have it.
And I love Kyron.
Sure.
Love him.
Sure.
But give me the quarterback.
But these might be some of the hard decisions the Rams have
Yeah.
to deal with. Speaking of hard decisions, the last shot, Luca or LeBron, who takes it? That's coming up next. Travis and DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
710 ESPN.
KSPN, Los Angeles.
A Good Karma Brands radio station.
I'm here with Dr. Monica Madden. Explain Invisalign to me, because I think when people see that word and they see the price tag, sometimes they get scared off, but it's actually a pretty big improvement. When I grew up, I had braces and I had those big metal brackets along my teeth. If I came to Beverly Hills Ortho in 2024, I don't necessarily need that metal, do I?
Yeah, absolutely. So I started out with braces only, and then Invisalign came along, and it's like putting a plastic tray on your teeth, switching it out every week, and all of a sudden, months into it, your teeth are much straighter. Now, it feels like putting a glove on your hand. It's so comfortable, and it's easy. Like no emergencies, no pokey wires, no broken brackets. It's really straightforward and great.
Here's how you get in touch with Beverly Hills Ortho. Call this number, 877-7-LET'S-DO-THIS. That's 877-753-8736 or BeverlyHillsOrtho.com.
Hey, it's Mace. Want a new game to get excited about? Check out Chumba Casino, your favorite online social casino. It's free to play, no strings attached. Enjoy social casino games like bingo, slingo, and slots and more with new releases every week, whether you're at home or on the go. Play for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. Get started today at ChumbaCasino.com.
Available only to players in the U.S., excluding Washington, Michigan, Montana, Connecticut, and Nevada, and Canada, excluding Quebec. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Bottom of the ninth, bases loaded, crowd rocking for Rotolo Chevrolet's top hitter, Mike Capozio. He's facing off with the Bulldog, and these two have quite the history. Here's the pitch. Oh, he got all of it. That ball is out of here like a red Corvette, and it's going and going and going.
Yes! Dad, are you having that dream again?
Come see what the fun is all about at Rotolo Chevrolet.
Here we go, Travis Rogers, DeMarco Farr.
The far side. You ready for the far side? I'm in the far side.
You're in the far
Let's
side.
Go.
Welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. So let's get to the fun, shall we? The Travis and DeMarco Show right now.
Yes,
Yeah!
sir. The reflex. What's happening?
It is Gafote season.
It's
it is
Gafote
officially
season. Yeah.
Gafote season. The Lakers, ESPN LA, BBGO teaming up, and John Ireland, voice of the Lakers, is, and also obviously Mason Ireland, here to let us know more about Gafote. What's up, John?
Hi, boys. How's it going?
Good. Is that cool to call you J.I.? Does that flow?
Yeah. No, everybody did.
Everybody calls you J.I.? I like that.
Yeah, I don't know why, but since I was in college.
J.I. I like that. What's up? Go ahead. Sorry.
Okay, so this is I'm glad I'm on with you guys because and we can talk about other stuff in a second, but this Lakers Gafote thing is a really good price for somebody. BBGO is maybe one of my favorite partners of all time. Mark, the guy who runs this account for BBGO, is always trying to come up with ideas to give Laker fans stuff, and this one is a whopper. So I'm going to give you fans a lot of information, and you'll be able to go to our website to get more. But if you want to understand how this works, go to LakersGafote.com, and I'll spell Gafote. It's G-F-O-A-T. So we're just adding an F to goat, but we're putting it in the second letter. So it's LakersGafote.com. And what Gafote stands for is the greatest fan of all time. We're looking for the greatest Laker fan of all time. And all you got to do to enter, and this contest goes on, guys, for 3 weeks. So it's not going to go on forever, but you got 3 weeks. You just upload a photo or video of yourself wearing Lakers gear to any of our social media sites, to Instagram, to X, to Facebook, to TikTok, and you tell us about your favorite Lakers memory in the caption, and you include a couple of hashtags, Lakers Cafote and promotion, hashtag Lakers Cafote, hashtag promotion. So a lot of moving parts here, but if you go to that website, LakersCafote.com, you can enter. And the reason you should enter is that the prizes are insane. We're giving away courtside seats, which we very rarely do. And if you live outside L.A., they'll bring you in for a 3-day trip to L.A. and give you courtside seats to a Laker game. They'll give you a private tour of the trading center. You can tour our building. They're giving away a lot of Lakers swag, a lot of jerseys. And somebody's going to win BB-Go for a year. So this is probably the best giveaway we have all season. And again, for details, go to LakersCafote.com.
You know what I was thinking about, John, when you were talking about, wear your Lakers gear in these videos that you create. If you're somebody with Lakers ink, like Lakers tattoos, this is a great time for you. I think a bit of an inherent advantage. Yeah. If you've ever been thinking
Don't
about
make it a tat contest, though.
Well, I was going to say, if you've ever been thinking about getting a Lakers tattoo, now is the time to do this because you got 3 weeks to let the thing heal up. Then you can show up. You can show off that ink in the video, and then worst thing that happens, you don't win, but you have the tattoo you've been wanting anyway.
Yeah, and by the way, Andy, I've seen whole families come to Laker games where like mom, dad, son, daughter are all head to toe in Lakers gear, and they already have videos and they already have photos.
That's awesome.
And so you can anything you have is usable. You don't have to like go stage a photo or a video right now if you don't want to. If you've got any experience from a past Laker game or anything you want to do, just send that in. And again, just go to LakersCafote.com. It's a lot easier to understand the rules there than it is for me to explain it.
I can't wait to see the videos. I hope we get to help in the judging or selecting. That'll be fun. If you have a Luca tattoo, you're disqualified. That means you just got it. That means you just got it.
See, I disagree. To me, that shows how hardcore you are because Luca hasn't even extended. He's only been here 2 weeks.
This is true.
And you've gotten a Luca Lakers tattoo?
That's pretty,
that's
pretty
ride
gutsy,
or die.
But I might disqualify you. John, do you have your best Laker moment? There's so many for you. I picked Magic's baby hook. That's my favorite Laker moment of all time.
Well, I'll give you two of them.
Yep.
The first one was the reason that Magic's baby Laker hook it's such a big deal is it finally ended the curse of the Celtics.
Yep.
The Lakers kept meeting the Celtics in the finals, and in the mid-'80s, they finally broke through. And the amazing thing about that, DeMarco, is in '84, the Lakers took the Celtics to 7 games and lost Game 7. And the Lakers were the dominant team throughout the series. They won their 3 games by like 17 points a game and lost their 4 games by 6. But the next year, they come out and get completely blown out. The Memorial Day Massacre, 148-114 in Game 1. And everybody thought, all right, same old song. We just can't beat these guys. And then Magic came back and hit that hook, and they got over the hump. So I would be with you. But my favorite game I've ever done, and Andy, I think you were there. Were you at Kobe's last game when he dropped 60?
Absolutely.
I'll never forget it. It felt like an NBA Finals game for a team that only had 15 wins or something. The team was terrible that year. But, Andy, do you remember how you couldn't move in the street? Like, Chick Hearn was completely packed with people like it was Times Square.
Oh, they turned it into a carnival. And when I say a carnival, I mean there was I believe a literal Ferris wheel. Like carnival rides were there. It was a carnival.
Moment. Wow.
Yeah. So if I had a picture from that, DeMarco, that's what I would send. You just kind of came back to us after being with us for the early years.
Yeah.
We still, DeMarco, I don't know if you've been around when we've done this, on August 24th, or if August 24th falls on a weekend, we do it on the 23rd. We play the last 10 minutes of Kobe's career that Michael and I did play-by-play for, because if you don't hear it or if you weren't there,
I've heard it.
You wouldn't believe it.
Yeah.
You wouldn't. It just didn't make any sense. Andy, you've had a brief on and off career in Hollywood. if you would have turned that
More off
script
than on, unfortunately. But
yeah. But if you would have turned that script in, they would have thrown out that script before they threw out Commander and Chimp. I mean, it was
wow.
I know they would have said it's too hokey. Oh yeah, right. The guy who's 36, 20 years in the league with the Achilles issue. Yeah, he puts up 60. Hell, John, honestly, the idea that Kobe could even take 50 shots, that's exhausting.
Yeah.
That's the most Kobe ever took in a game.
I bet most people pick that.
In his entire career, including like games that went to double overtime.
Yeah.
He had never put up 50.
And I think Andy, in the 81-point game, he had 48 attempts because he shot so many free throws. But you're right. I think he took more shots in that game than he ever had before. And I was at the 81-point game,
So
and
was
I was
I.
at the 60-point game. And the 60-point game was more fun.
You know what is also amazing, too, about that 60-point finale for Kobe is that it began with him not being able to hit anything. Like,
Yeah,
I remember
0 for 5.
when the game started, I was like, oh, man, don't let him go out like this. Like, don't let him go out on some, like, 5 of 23 type. Like, just let it be a decent night. And then all of a sudden it turned into 60. It was unreal.
I think I said the same thing about Luca last night.
Well, here's a thought for people that are worried that LeBron and Luca have lost 2 of their first 3 games to 2 really bad teams. Andy, do you remember when LeBron went to Miami?
Yeah.
His very first year, and they ended up in the NBA Finals later this season, but his very first year, they started 9-8.
Mm-hmm.
They were in. It took them a while, as Mason would say. It took a while for the cake to bake.
Oh, they tried to get Spoelstra fired.
And everybody thought, 9-8, they're just an average team, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
So here come the Lakers 1-2 with LeBron and Luca, and I'm hearing from some fans that are freaking out a little bit. You got to give these guys time to figure it out. Luca doesn't know the plays. Like, Luca hasn't practiced. And they've got some problems. They've got to figure out what to do with the interior defense. They got to stop shooting so many threes. Here's an interesting stat. In the history of the NBA, when they put the 3 in the 79-80 season, the Lakers, in their history, have only shot 53s in a game twice. Once was last night, and once was last week in Utah.
Thought that's what JJ
So
wanted.
they got to figure that out too. They got to get the threes back into a more acceptable range, and we'll see what happens. This is going to be a good game tonight. Portland, in the beginning of the season was terrible.
Yeah.
And now in their last 13 games, they're 10-3.
I remember that Miami melding period with him and D Wade, and LeBron had one of the worst sports quotes I ever heard. Everybody wants instant oatmeal. You have to have time to let it sit there and simmer. And it was like, okay, dude, come up with something else. I got you. It takes a while. Instant oatmeal, you lost me on that one. Yeah, it'll take time, but I just wonder what it looks like, and I wonder what it's like for Luca. You respect LeBron so much. He is the GOAT in certain respects, and he's out there on the floor with you. That's got to get into your mental. Can I be myself with LeBron standing on the floor? How do I make this work? That's going to take some time to gel.
What's interesting about that, DeMarco, is that when Luca first got here, and I think Backstage Lakers or somebody has this on tape, LeBron walks up to Luca and he said, you used the phrase fit in. LeBron goes, hey, don't fit in. Be yourself. We'll adjust to you. We want you to be you, and we'll figure it out. Don't you figure us out. So they're trying to let Luca be Luca and have him kind of get comfortable. Now, they'll tweak that as they move forward. And the biggest issue is going to be they got to figure out what to do on defense. Because, like last night with the game on the line, they gave up 3 baskets in the final minute to a Charlotte team that's not very good. And 2 weeks ago, they were playing just lockdown, smothering defense. So they've got to get back to that, and that'll help a lot.
Yeah. What do you think about AR getting thrown out? I thought it was kind of weak.
Shocked.
Yeah.
Well, I've said this before. If I was an NBA official, you would have to put your hands on me to get a technical. There's nothing you can say to me. DeMarco, if you walk up to me and said, you are an effing idiot, wake the F up,
yeah,
and just MF'd me down the court, I would say, I'd look right at you and say, shut the F up and play.
And keep playing. Yeah. Shut up, you big baby. Yeah.
Right. And Michael says that was his whole career. He came into the league in the 80s. He said if he said something to the ref would tell him to shut the F up and play, and they didn't stop the game. There are too many technicals. These refs are too sensitive, and Austin Reeves should be able to. Maybe if he won't shut up. Apparently, Austin said after the game that the ref Rodney Mott thought he said it 3 times. Maybe if you say it once, the ref tells you to shut up, you give it to him twice more. You want to give him 1 technical for that? I wouldn't do it, but I'd live with it, and I would never give him 2. I'd never throw a guy out for just cussing me out. I think it's weak.
Well, and the game fell apart from there for the Lakers for sure. Again, reminder, ESPN LA, BBGO and the Lakers teaming up to find the Lakers GOAT, the greatest Laker fan of all time, the greatest fan of all time of the Lakers. Are you the GOAT? If so, you could win the ultimate fan package, including courtside seats and a year's supply of BBGO. For more info, go to LakersGoat.com. That's LakersGFOAT.com. John, enjoy Portland. We're going to be hearing from you in a little bit anyway.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm not doing Mason Ireland today because we have a technical issue, but you'll hear me. You'll hear me tonight. It's a 7:00 tip, and Beto and Michael get rolling at 5:30.
All right, there you have it, man.
Great call, man.
Enjoy the rest of the day. Thank you.
All right. See ya.
All right, we will continue on the Lakers, and I guess the age-old question that's been going on for 2 weeks: who takes the last shot, LeBron or Luca? That is next, 710 ESPN.
The fun way to drive home is with Sedano and Cap.
Weekdays after Mason in Ireland.
Cappy, I'm a little disappointed. I just looked and I saw that you didn't take home the salsa I gave you for your birthday.
I took home the hot sauce.
Oh.
I just left the chunky
Thick
salsa.
and chunky for you.
Thick and chunky is what I'm going to call myself when I come into the ring against Bergie. Now weighing in at an even 205 pounds, they know him as thick and chunky.
Sedano and Cap today at 3 p.m.
on 710 ESPN.
So Mark Real from Real Fathers writes, I always say on the air, you have to have the right family law firm that is going to get you the happiness you deserve and the justice you deserve.
Really, the legal system is designed and set up for fathers to fail. I set out to create a firm and to create something that would help all men navigate that successfully.
We have a new phone number for Real Fathers Rights.
833-ESPN-710.
And RFR710.com.
Yes, RFR710.com.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. At Los Angeles International Airport, changes are arriving daily to help reduce traffic, save travelers time, and transform the travel experience. The LAX economy parking structure is now open with thousands of smart parking spaces, as well as hundreds of EV charging stations. Modernized terminals have biometric gates for faster boarding, and in the future, the People Mover train will connect travelers to LA Metro. For more information, go to their website, flylax.com/transforminglax. That's flylax.com/transforminglax.
ESPN LA and BBGO are going on a quest for the Lakers GOAT. No, not the GOAT. The GOAT. The greatest Lakers fan of all time. Think it's you? Upload your pic or video to Facebook, Instagram, X, or TikTok, and tell us your favorite Lakers memory. Use hashtag LakersGoat, GFOAT, and hashtag promotion, and follow at ESPN Los Angeles. The Lakers GOAT is going to be rewarded with courtside seats, a VIP private tour of the Lakers UCLA Health Training Center, a year's supply of BBGO, and more. The Lakers GOAT. Is it you?
Cap here. Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gatt. With years of experience and a passion for helping people, if you've got water damage at home, call Avner Gatt today. 818-917-5256 or avnergatt.com. That's 818-917-5256. Avner Gatt. Your claim, our game.
Texting enrolls you in recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
you? Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again. At work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text TAP to 321321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast, absolutely free. Text TAP to 321321. That's TAP to 321321. It's the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Travis Rogers and DeMarco Farr.
But
I think there's a but. I think there's a but, but not a big but. It's a little narrow but.
The Travis and DeMarco Show rolls on
LA's mega sports station, 710 ESPN.
That's that word again, libero. Keeps
Libero.
coming up. Yes.
My daughter's position in volleyball.
I didn't know
wears
what
a
it
different
was.
jersey.
She does wear the different jersey. She loves that.
Is she shorter than the rest of the girls?
Yes.
That tends to be where liberos are, or
Yep.
defensive specialists.
She is unfortunately not, for these purposes, not likely to be tall. Never say never, but the doctor thinks she is
How tall are
already
you?
maxed out. I'm 5'8".
How tall is your wife?
5'5", I believe.
Okay, yeah.
She's shorter than both of us and is being told by the pediatrician she's likely already maxed.
I mean, that's plenty tall enough for libero. Yeah.
She hopes.
Yeah.
She's
yeah.
short.
Well, she's
I don't think she
competitive.
wants
I
me
love
to.
it.
She is very.
We were just
very
talking.
competitive.
So part of your growth as an athlete, sometimes you're on teams that aren't very good, and you are, and you still have to maintain
Well,
your
look,
growth
you've
and
been-
keep your enthusiasm.
I was going to say,
Yeah.
you've been on the spectrum of this just with the Rams because you won a Super Bowl with the Rams, but not all those Rams teams were good.
No, who was I with? Maybe Travis, somebody else. I said we weren't that bad. We were just missing a few players. And once we plugged in Marshall and Kurt, that story, we took off.
Once we brought in 2 Hall of Famers.
Well, I mean,
and
especially
also
Marshall.
it's in the most important positions
Yeah.
in the sport.
But we were going with, like, we had Lawrence Phillips. We went through a mess. We had a big hole, and we didn't have a quarterback, but we had just about everything else.
Right.
Yeah.
But like it's hard to I never played sports past high school, but like I was on good high school teams, bad high school teams. It's hard to lose a lot.
Oh, no doubt.
It sucks.
I remember I did just not when you're in your process of learning how to win and how this stuff works. I'm sure how old's your daughter?
She's 13.
She's all going through it. I mean, punching out windshields because we lost the game. Punching my own windshield because we lost. You know how stupid that is?
Very.
Right. That's what I'm saying. That's how you learn this stuff. It's all part of the process. So, yeah, I mean, enjoy it. It's fun.
Telling
fun,
her right
fun.
now she is not allowed to punch out any windshields in our car. Like I am not making NFL money. We are not.
Do you know why I did it? Because of All the Right Moves. Remember that movie?
Oh, yeah.
I thought that's how you're supposed to behave. That's what they did.
And I think it's really important too for kids to learn these things of like you might try out for a team, you think you're really great and you don't make it, and like learning to deal with adversity of overcoming it and then coming back stronger the next year. Like I had to when I wanted to play volleyball in high school and I didn't make the team one year. I came back the next year and I made the team the next year, and I had to not get myself down. I had to be like, I'm actually gonna take this and work harder, and it's a hard lesson to learn as a kid because you just dedicate all that stuff into it, but
not quitting. But I mean, your daughter, I mean, not to crow a little bit, tell me to stop if I go too far, but his daughter's the best player and the team isn't. And that's hard to deal with. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah. And you have to learn how to be a teammate even when things aren't going well.
Yeah, she's been through that, and it can be difficult. But she's also played on extremely good teams as well.
Yeah.
So you take in the entire spectrum. Speaking of losing, the Lakers lost last night, 197 to the Charlotte Hornets, a game that the Lakers' offense really, really got ugly.
Speaking of offense, John pointed out something. That's 101 threes in the last 2 games.
Yeah.
I know J.J. Redick said he wants more threes, but, I mean, is this what we're talking about?
Is it being tired? Is it being
raining
kind of
threes?
lazy?
I think particularly against Utah right before the All-Star break, it's like you're about to go on spring break.
Sandwich right before,
and then
this is
right after. I think there's
Okay.
a bit of kind of getting yourself either out of or back into the right mentality. I think, and I hadn't thought about this before, but upon hearing either LeBron or JJ talk about Luca not knowing the offense, I think some of these threes come from not knowing the offense, not knowing how things are supposed to run. Therefore, you're just chucking up shots.
Or you blew the play, and now you're down in the shot clock. Just shoot the thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I think there's an element of that. And then it came down to, speaking of threes, and the final one, The Lakers had a chance to tie with the last shot. LeBron missed 2 threes. That now makes him 1 out of 29.
You don't have to say it.
In game-tying possibilities with the Lakers. These are the stats, by the way. I don't know if you were aware of this, but Skip Bayless, he's now doing an independent podcast. He's not with ESPN or Fox Sports, and that's difficult to do. He's in his 70s. This is tough to get up for.
And he's in the abyss.
Yes.
Right, but these are the stats that keep Skip Bayless going. 1 of 29 for LeBron in clutch moments.
Well, that's why I'm hoping we don't keep crowing about this and talking about it, because it kind of makes Skip right in certain respects, and I hate it. That's why I'm like, when it came down, you need one more shot or a shot to win this game. I'm like, please let Luca shoot this thing.
The truth,
because if LeBron takes it, you know he's going to miss.
LeBron,
and there's going to be issues.
LeBron was even missing both those shots. I think the right guy to take it last night because he was shooting much better than Luca. Luca was 1 of 9 from 3 with a lot of bad misses.
How many Laker games have you missed in the last 5 years? Probably 0.
I have missed few, if any.
So there's a good chance you've seen all 30 of LeBron's last second shots.
Yeah.
Okay. In your mind's eye, does he look comfortable shooting it?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Most of the time, it looks to me like he's not.
I think he's...
I don't want to shoot this.
How are you defining uncomfortable?
It looks like I don't want to shoot this.
I think LeBron, he's not wired to take that last shot in the sense that he's always, I think, looking for who's got the best look, who's most open.
Yes.
LeBron will willingly pass up that shot, not because I think he's afraid of the moment, but because he's looking for what's the best basketball play.
Yeah. Or there might be a better shooter on the floor.
Right. And LeBron is never going to be open.
But when you call yourself the king, and he may be right. I mean, it might be somebody. Luca may be better suited to take this shot. Somebody over here may be better suited to take this 3-pointer. A better 3-point shooter, period. But when you call yourself the king and you're the GOAT, it's coming to you.
Look, that's part of the territory.
Yes.
That's part of the burden that you carry when you are not just a superstar, but an icon in sports.
Yes.
These are the things that are expected of you. LeBron has clearly not hit as many of those shots as he would want.
1 for 29?
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to take another one if I'm him.
But I don't want – here's the thing, though. I'll be more worried if LeBron stops taking them.
Well, he's going to take it, of course.
Right.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
But especially, too, if you're LeBron and it looks like you are playing hot potato with those moments – that, to me, is more worrisome than him missing.
Well, here's my question. If you're the coach on the bench and you've got one shot to win the game and you know this guy is 1 for 29, why would you drop a play for him?
Well,
because he's LeBron?
Well, in the case of last night, Luca was 1 of 9 from 3. He's shooting 21% from 3 since arriving. I
don't know what Luca's game-winning shot
I don't know either.
Is.
Luca over the course of his career, he's been a good but not deadly 3-point shooter. He's hit some awesome threes.
It's a big part of his game.
And when his step back is going, his step back can be unguardable.
Yeah.
But Luca has never been I know Clay, Steph, those are the all-time greats, but he's never been really even a Dorian Finney-Smith level shooter in terms of percentages. Now Dorian's going to get better looks than Luca. You're going to leave Dorian alone before you leave Luca.
Who's got a better 3-point percentage career right now?
Between Luca
and LeBron.
Probably LeBron.
You think?
If I had to guess, LeBron?
I've never thought to look. The other, I haven't seen every Luca game because he plays for the Mavericks. When he's on, I watch. But of the games I've seen, that might have been the worst I've seen him play, at least early. He looked out of control.
He had 5 turnovers in the first quarter.
Yeah, he looked out of control and out of sorts. So maybe that's not his moment, but we've seen this movie before with LeBron. And I'm I do not want to spend all day talking to AK about LeBron missing another game winner.
Well, we didn't spend the whole day.
I know.
We talked about presidential
We fought
battle
it
royales.
Right.
By the way, because you were asking, Luca, career from behind the arc, 37 point 34.7. 34.7.
Okay.
LeBron, 35.
Oh,
so
okay.
they're basically the same.
The same guy. Either way, you take the shot.
Slightly better. But, I think LeBron of late, over the last 5 or 6 years, I think LeBron has probably been, percentage-wise, a better 3-point shooter than Luca.
But not in game-winning situations.
Sure. They're comparable. And like you said, I don't know Luca's percentage either.
And it might be one of those things where they just have such high basketball IQ that they will get it to Austin Reeves, and then he'll be the person that actually hits in these clutch.
Did you have time to get it over?
Options.
What was the last play? How many seconds were left?
LeBron shot it twice in that last play.
Yeah.
So I don't know exactly.
You could have got it over. Yeah. Well, I mean, you shouldn't have been in that situation to begin with.
I was just going to say, the Lakers turned the ball over.
Yeah.
Even though they led the first quarter 28-21, they turned the ball over 9 times. If you don't, let's say you turn it over 5 times as opposed to 9, 5's still a lot.
Yeah.
And you score in those possessions.
You win the game.
You win the game, and we
I
don't
know.
even have this last-minute conversation. The Lakers crapping the bed is why they put themselves in this situation in the first place.
This is why you don't blame place kickers for missing a game-winning field goal. It shouldn't have come down to this.
Exactly.
Yeah, you lost this game a lot earlier than this shot.
Well
before this happened.
Well before.
Yes.
All right, the Dodgers spring training is going to begin in about 30 minutes. Dodgers season opening up. Do we care about a salary cap in baseball? That is coming up next, 710 ESPN.
The biggest show on the radio.
Mason and Ireland, weekdays at noon.
I'll do some reporting for you guys also on your contracts.
Wait a minute, you're going to do reporting on our contracts?
There's every intention of offering you a contract at some point.
That's fine.
I don't know
but-
when.
Okay, go watch Glenn Ross. Get them to sign on the line that is dotted.
So you two
ABC. That's you, Bergman. You're not closing.
Be closing.
Always.
I'm not the closer in this situation, but in sometime within the next 134 days.
Where in the trust tree is Bergman in terms of you're below a lot of people on the trust tree?
Well,
Well, he doesn't sign the
You're not
check.
the closer.
I don't know.
You're like a setup guy. You're like a middle reliever. You're an innings eater.
Now
You're an innings eater.
I'm a setup man.
Yeah, you're a setup man.
Yeah.
Steve Mason and John Ireland, today at noon.
Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN.
Hey, it's Mace talking about the amazing, spectacular Cosm. Best place to watch sports. Cosm is the ultimate sports experience. NBA, NHL, college basketball, Premier League, WWE, more. On massive, high-resolution displays, you got to experience the Dome at Cosm. Immersive shared reality that wraps around you. It's like being on the field or on the court. Inside the hall at Cosm, wall-to-wall live multi-view sports. Go to Cosm.com to get your tickets today. That's COSM.com.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
Winning matters, especially after an accident. At calljacob.com, we're here for you when you need a big win. After an accident, go to calljacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB.
Looking for an exciting new job in the world of professional sports and entertainment? Legends Hospitality is conducting on-the-spot interviews this Saturday, February 22nd and Sunday, February 23rd from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. at SoFi Stadium. We're looking for enthusiastic candidates for part-time positions in concessions, merchandise, culinary, and more, offering competitive wages and flexible schedules. Seeking valuable experiences or looking to boost your income? We have the perfect role for you. Enter the stadium at Pinkay Avenue and Barris Drive and check in at VIP Entry 11. Visit legends.net/careers for openings and applications.
Hey, it's Steve Farr. Is there a sporting event you always wanted to go to but never had time to plan? That's where Absolute Sport comes in. They handle everything, tickets, hotels, VIP access, so you can just live in the moment and enjoy the experience. And because of their trusted league and travel partnerships, they can get you the best deals and actually save you money. So what are you waiting for? Visit us.absolute-sport.com. That's ABSOLUT-sport and make your sports dream a reality.
Hey, it's Mace. Did you know Goodwill Southern California is more than just amazing thrift finds? They're transforming lives with job training, career placement, and support services for veterans, youth, and individuals overcoming barriers to employment. Every donation and purchase fuels these life-changing programs. For more on how you can help, go to powerofwork.goodwillsocal.org. That's powerofwork.goodwillsocal.org. Brought to you by GSC Verizon Skill Forward.
ZipRecruiter is the place. ZipRecruiter is the place for talented teachers, savvy software developers, and master mixologists. ZipRecruiter is the place where you meet all these people and more. That's because ZipRecruiter is the place for job seekers who are looking for new opportunities. In fact, ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day, so you can find the right candidates right away. It's no wonder that ZipRecruiter is the place for skilled skydiving instructors, accomplished airbrush artists, and proficient pediatricians. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter to hire, you're missing out. ZipRecruiter is the place that's so confident it can make your hiring easier that it lets you try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. So if you want the right candidates for all your roles, ZipRecruiter is the place to go. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
This is the Travis and DeMarco Show.
You're from over there, from over here. We're sitting in this hot tub together. What do you like to drink?
No.
See?
No.
No? None at all? Come on.
No.
Now weekdays 9 a.m. to noon on LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
I heard that in the movie. I'm not built for this, man.
No.
I can't go in.
And by this, DeMarco and I are talking about prison. 710 ESPN. The Lakers and BBGO are teaming up to find the Lakers Gafote, the greatest fan of all time of the Lakers. You enter by telling us your favorite Lakers memory and posting social media. You must follow ESPN Los Angeles on one of the socials, and you must hashtag Lakers Gafote and promotion. Hashtag Lakers Gafote, hashtag promotion. All of these directions are on LakersGafote.com. That's LakersGafote.com. Seriously, this is worth your time.
Where's the ding?
As a Laker fan.
I need one more ding. There you go. Thank you.
It takes you 5 minutes to do.
Yes.
You can film it anywhere. You can put it online. Again, tag ESPN Los Angeles. Make sure you're following us. It seems like a really cool, easy thing to do to get an awesome prize.
Yeah, we DeMarco and I off air had been talking about prison and not wanting to go to prison.
Yeah.
This grand prize is the opposite of prison.
The opposite
like
of.
the
Completely
100%.
different. Don't conflate.
I
Yes.
need a timeout because
Yeah.
I wanted to read something that goes on, that it touches on the contest. And then first the wet pants to start the show, and now the prison. So
The prison thing just came from, we were talking about A$AP Rocky was recently found not guilty.
He was so happy he was found not guilty.
Right, and it was very clear that he was a man, and I don't blame him, that was very much sweating the prospect of going to prison.
That's what we're saying. He said, I'm not built for this. That's where that came in. So there you go.
I have a text message because I told you there's like people messaging me like, hey, I'm like, listen, there's a way. We said it. Go to the website. Sign up. Follow ESPN LA. Hashtag promotions, hashtag Gafote, right? But somebody sent me a message, said, I want my friend in on this because he's literally one of the biggest Lakers fans that I've known. He was going to games as a baby with his dad. He has pictures of Showtime era fans celebrating on the court. He goes, he has signed pictures, action figures. He's probably one of the closest, if not the biggest Laker fan I know. So just the stories.
LakersGafote.com.
The stories that are going to come out of this contest, like I can't wait to see the videos and how people get creative.
Can't wait. GFOAT.com.
There you go.
There's your ding.
We are 27 minutes away from spring training officially beginning for the Dodgers taking on the Cubs. Dave Roberts revealed the top of the lineup for this season. You want to take a guess?
World Series champion manager Dave Roberts.
Indeed.
Put some spec on his name.
Hey, you don't have to tell
Put
me.
some
I've been telling all these people they don't deserve Dave Roberts.
This is the room where he got his bobblehead crushed. So put some spec on his name.
You don't have to tell me.
Just saying. But what was your question?
Can you guess the top of the lineup?
Ohtani?
Ding.
Mookie?
Ding.
Freddie?
Ding.
Max? Okay, who?
Teoscar
Hernandez. Okay. I like the ding better. Teoscar, then go ahead.
I'm assuming
Dave just announced the top four.
Top four. Okay.
I'm assuming Will Smith, but
and this is going forward, not just today. This is what they intend to have,
right?
And their oopening day games. Both
I would
in
think
Japan
it's either going to be Will Smith or Max Muncy at 5. But
this is where I say, duh.
Ohtani, Betts, Freeman, Teoscar.
Yes.
But having Ohtani at the top means that he might be running more bases again. That he might be trying to steal again than he did last season.
I'm guessing we're not going to see as many stolen bases just because if he's pitching.
Yeah.
Like you want to try to put less wear on his body, particularly if he ends up having to slide in any way with that throwing shoulder or like with impact on it. Like that's my guess. I think that's part of the reason why he was so clearly geeked up to set that record last year, was recognizing
once I get the pitch, I'm not going to do
right.
this.
Like this may be my one chance to do it.
Might as well have fun doing it, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Travis said, was it 15? Less than 15 steals. Yeah. The max he'll steal next year is 15.
I tend to think Travis is right.
That's low.
Look, we'll see. I mean, he is so good at running bases. Maybe
and it's easier now.
Yeah,
with the clock. Yeah,
maybe they just decide screw it. But that's my guess.
The real reason why it's easier is because of the bases. The bases are bigger.
Yeah, and it's easier to steal bases these days. And the guy's an athlete; he can run.
He's in everything.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
He's that guy.
And the Dodgers, they have spent all the money on this roster, spent and deferred, but spent all the money on this roster. It's got a lot of fans and a lot of baseball execs bitching and complaining, and it raised the idea of a salary cap in baseball. Jeff Passan of ESPN was on SportsCenter sharing his thoughts.
The problem is, number one, we don't know that a salary cap would solve this. There are other capped leagues in sports, and those capped leagues, some of them do not have the parity that Major League Baseball does, but it's really the feeling of not being able to compete that is harming these teams and harming fan bases more than anything. And it's something that over the next couple years, as the collective bargaining agreement expires after the 2026 season, we're going to have to keep an eye on, because the future of baseball is going to depend on how they figure this out.
See, that's the big question that everybody wants answered, and that's what every Dodger fan has pointed to, if you're on this side of it. Every baseball owner could do this if they wanted to.
Yes.
Now, Jeff Passan just said, I heard you can't. Not every team can do this.
Not every team can spend like the Dodgers.
Right.
That is true. Like the Dodgers have certain inherent advantages between their TV deal, between location, between their ownership group.
That was you in the Ponzi scheme. That was you.
Yes. Oh, I do want to see their books.
I forgot about that.
I absolutely want to see the Dodgers books.
Okay.
I want to see how they're doing this, how they are planning for like $1 billion of deferred money.
God, this is great.
Yes. I was very explicit in saying, I'm not accusing them of running a Ponzi scheme.
You just want to see.
I want to see their books.
I totally get you. But so every owner could do this if they wanted to.
They may not be able to do it at the Dodgers level. I think there are very few teams that could do this at the Dodgers level or even attempt it, but they could all spend more than they do.
Oh, I'm sure.
And until I see teams around the league,
especially ones that are drawing.
Right.
Yeah.
Until I start seeing them pushing themselves more to the max, rather than using the Dodgers spending as a way of justifying their own lack of spending, because, hey, what are we going to do? We're up against this juggernaut. Might as well not even invest.
But big bank always takes little bank. I think the Dodgers are winning as far as money. If you factor in Japan alone, right?
Yeah.
They've got an ATM that other people just don't have. What's wrong with a salary cap? What's wrong with saying that every team only spends X amount?
Or you start getting to like different luxury tax penalties, the aprons like in the NFL,
Yeah.
in the
What's
NBA.
wrong with that? Making spending a little bit fair, more fair. And then, like the NFL, have a salary floor. You have to spend this much.
They might have one in baseball. I'm not 100% sure.
I mean, it's bad for players because they want to get paid more.
Of course, it's always bad, but just competitive balance. And we're at the embryo stage of this because we don't know if this is going to work. Although when we talk about it with Travis, you talk about how many arms you have, you talk about the lineup that you just rolled out. I think you're everything proof. You're starting rotation proof. You're bat proof. I've never seen a team like this. Now all they have to do is go out there and play and win like we think they are, and then you can start saying this is unfair.
Again, that gets well to what I was going to say. I think there are two separate issues here. Do the Dodgers have an inherent spending advantage? Yes. I think we would be lying if we said they didn't. Are all of these owners around the league offsetting the Dodgers' advantages as well as they could by investing their own money? Hell no. And until all these teams start spending the way they could, I don't want to hear from them.
Yeah.
Like, I just do not want to hear from them.
I wonder how it goes. Like, how does this go bad for the Dodgers? If Ohtani's bill comes due and you can't pay him? I told you. Yeah.
That's why I want to see the books. But I mean, like,
I would before I signed that deal.
they're very, very confident over there about how this is going to look in like 10 years. But like you said, they're bringing in.
We have been breaking down this roster for I don't know how long. Have you seen a baseball team this loaded ever in your life?
I was about 4 years old when the Yankees were up and running in the Evil Empire, but I've been told that is what a comparable
By the way,
thing.
I remember people talking about the resentment that was created by the Evil Empire spending with the Yankees. I don't remember this many conversations about, are the Yankees ruining baseball? Like this concept that the Dodgers are ruining baseball. I don't get it.
I think we started that conversation after the Yankees did ruin baseball. At the end of their run or during the middle, this is bad. The Dodgers are in it every single year. The only games that matter is Boston and New York. Everybody else is just also ran. So you're at the beginning stages of this. If the Dodgers catch fire, tell me one weakness they have, because you're even immune to injuries.
And here's also another,
unless you lose a lot of people all at once.
Here's another advantage that the Dodgers have that I don't think gets talked about enough. There's obviously pressure on them moving forward to win when you've got this type of payroll. The expectation is always going to be win a championship, but winning at least a championship in the Ohtani era, already off the books.
Yes.
Like that is already off your to-do list. Because think about if you headed into this year having lost in the playoffs last year, the pressure to win it all this year would be 100 times heavier. Again, there's
that's
still
that's off the
there's
table now.
still pressure, but that question of will this work? Will they win one with Ohtani? Like
your fan base is satiated.
Right. It's all
they love you.
Gone.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy.
Like that in and of itself is a huge advantage
and
for the
you
Dodgers.
got better already. So the quote of the Dodgers are ruining baseball is a bit premature.
Absolutely.
Let's revisit 8 months from now.
Well, I'll tell you this. It seems fun to a lot of Dodger fans.
Right.
Coming up next, The Dump. Travis and DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
The fun way to drive home is with Sedano and Cap.
I don't really understand why people get, like guys in particular, get arrested for peeing in public. I mean, everybody's dog walks around peeing everywhere. What's the difference?
Sedano and Cap.
Weekdays at 3 p.m.
on 710 ESPN.
Why do we grill to order at Waba Grill? Because it's just better for you. Our Asian-inspired menu has high-quality proteins that are healthier for you. Our steamed vegetables and signature salads are made fresh for you. Our sauces are more flavorful for you. From sweet and spicy to fiery hot. Right now, get our Value Bowl combo for only $8.99. Download the Waba Rewards app or order online at wabagrill.com. Waba Grill, it's for you.
You never expect a Hail Mary pass to win and end the game or getting into an accident. Hey, it's Trav with DeMarco.
Only one all-star defense team you can call to defend you. The personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000.
Don't get sacked by others. Joseph will help you achieve the maximum compensation you deserve. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000.
Let Joseph and his team score a touchdown for you.
A great lawn is like a great sports team. It takes expertise and a little extra care to really stand out. That's where True Green comes in. They're the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour, so they know a thing or two about keeping grass looking like a fairway. It's more affordable than you think, and they'll even match any competitor's price. Plus, True Green backs it all up with a satisfaction guarantee. Head to TrueGreen.com today. Let the pros do the work while you sit back and enjoy the results.
When you're in the thick of a project, Harbor Freight is the place that always comes in handy. Whether you're picking up something for your pickup truck or a power tool for your project, at Harbor Freight, your dollar always goes further. And these days, when everything seems to cost more, you can take pride in knowing that you get hard-working tools at hard-working prices. Whatever you do, do it for less at Harbor Freight.
It's time for everything we haven't gotten to today. Yes, it's time for the dump.
I just saw this come up on ESPN, but there's another sign of college football's transformation. Texas and USC have joined Nebraska in canceling their spring games. A USC source said there's not much upside to spring games with risk of injury and more important use for financial resources. Quote, the biggest purpose that a spring game actually serves now is as fan engagement tool. And we just think that we can engage fans in a better way, the source said. So how do we feel about canceling spring games?
That's it. It's over. Spring football, last bastion of amateur athletics in college football. You're now a junior league. But they're right. Spring football was nothing more than going out and knocking the hell out of your teammates. It was. It's a full-on game with limited rule enforcement because it's your guys. Like, you can literally line up off sides and drill a guy. It was fun. It's for the fans, and it's to move up, but you don't need to do that anymore. It's almost passé. I hate to say that.
Interested to see what they use those financial resources towards. Is it all just NIL, like money that was spent staging spring football is just all going towards now paying the players?
NIL, equipment, facilities, paying coaches.
I think it's more to that 'cause I think the school doesn't directly pay. It's like the NIL foundations, whatever. So this is coming from the money from the school that would normally go to like the facilities of doing this.
Also interested to see what they decide, I mean, assuming they're being serious, what they decide to do instead to engage fans. I mean, the answer may be nothing.
You can just have spring drills. They'll show up. Just don't have the game where it's live go. Yeah. Billy Joe Hobart was our starting quarterback, and I drilled him. This was our starter.
That name. I haven't heard that name in a long time.
This was our guy right before we go 12-0, and I drilled him right in the chest. And he looked at me and said, if I get hurt, this is bad. You know this, right? I said, well, then you need to get out of the game. You know what I mean? So it's weird.
If I don't make plays, it's bad for me.
Bad for me, yeah. You need to exit stage left if you don't want to get hit.
He played for the Saints. Am I remembering that right?
He did, yeah. Nice guy. Billy was, he's a leader. You know who he's like? Just like Baker Mayfield.
Okay.
The exact same guy. Billy's the guy you'd vote for homecoming king. Yeah, but in a game, it's going to be hold your butt because I'm not sure where he's going. Yeah.
Kind of like Baker Mayfield.
Kind of like Baker Mayfield.
It's some cool birthdays today. My girl, Olivia Rodrigo, she's turning 22.
My daughter's a big fan of, I've heard a lot of Olivia Rodrigo. Mm-hmm. Better than I expected, I got to be honest.
Yeah, she's got the little pop punk last album.
What's the drive-by song?
It's called The Driver's License.
Driver's License. Love that song.
I got my driver's license last week.
I like So American. I like Lacey.
She's only 22?
Lacey is a good one.
Lacey's pretty.
Yeah,
Lacey's very, it's very different than the rest of her songs, but it's very sweet.
Interesting backstory I learned about with Lacey. Like, Olivia Rodrigo takes classes at USC.
Yep.
Like, I think there's songwriting classes or English lit, like something involving words.
Girl.
And for this song of hers called Lacey, it's a very pretty song. She had, I guess, kids in her class write things about her.
Oh.
And she took different things that they said about her, jumbled it all up, and turned it into lyrics for this song.
It's all positive stuff, I hope.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But
it's not let's pretend we're married.
No.
Go all night.
It's not only Olivia Rodrigo, another pop star, Rihanna. Rihanna's birthday today, 37.
Well, she loves her man. That's how we got her in the combo.
Yeah. She and ASAP truly celebrating these days.
Rihanna loves her man big time.
Now a mother of two, I believe, and one of the great Super Bowl halftime performances.
There was a time, AK, if I would have saw her in concert, I might have been one of those people that jumped on the stage.
I'm not kidding when I say, remember when she did the Super Bowl a couple years ago?
Yeah.
Amazing performance. It was so obvious she was pregnant.
Oh, yeah.
I was scared the entire performance. Remember, she's like,
happened to her?
She's like up on a platform and something like, oh my God, get down.
Really?
Get down.
She announced she was pregnant
Yeah,
the best way possible.
What are you doing, Rihanna? Get down.
Like, baby is destined for greatness, though.
I was so tense that entire performance.
And it's a different thing, but I remember when Serena Williams was pregnant and she won her slam, and so it's like these wonderful, amazing things that women have the power to do while also creating life. Is amazing.
But at least Serena wasn't like playing tennis on a platform, suspended thousands of feet in the air.
Wait, hold on. Why, when I said I would have jumped on the stage with Rihanna, what you go really?
No, really. I saw her twice.
Okay. Like, you don't think I'm out of left field for that? I wouldn't be the only one.
No, I didn't think that way. I was just saying, really? Because I've seen her twice.
I mean, I would have.
Dang, you take everything so personal.
No, I thought you were trying to tell me, she's not all that.
She's hot.
Thank you.
She's really hot.
Just making sure.
Now we're settled.
Just making sure. Okay.
It's also the birthday of Kurt Cobain, gone too soon. And it's the birthday of Charles Barkley.
Charles Barkley,
durable.
People may remember, hosted SNL the night that Nirvana was also the musical guest.
Yeah.
There's like an iconic photo of Barkley and the guys in Nirvana.
That was a good set, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was actually
a great set.
It was a really, really good performance by Nirvana. It was actually a funny Charles Barkley hosting, so that's, I think, considered among the more, I don't know, 90s, if nothing else, among the best nights,
I've
and
seen
they were
some
together.
Bad Nirvana sets back before Nevermind, when they were doing Bleach, when they were like underground.
Mm-hmm.
When you can tell this dude is like, he's been up too late, and it wasn't great, but there's talent there. I mean, gosh, I didn't know Barkley and Cobain have the same birthday.
Yeah.
Talk about opposite ends of the spectrum. Wow.
And Olivia Rodrigo.
Oh, my God.
Riri.
Wow.
And Riri. All right, coming up next, a little crosstalk. It's going to be Marcus Grant and Clinton Yates en route. That is next, 710 ESPN.
The City of Stars has a new superstar.
Luka Doncic joining forces with the Los Angeles Lakers is a seismic event in NBA history.
The home of Luca and the Lakers is 710 ESPN.
So Mark Real from Real Fathers writes, I always say on the air, you have to have the right family law firm that is going to get you the happiness you deserve and the justice you deserve.
Really, the legal system is designed and set up for fathers to fail. I set out to create a firm and to create something that would help all men navigate that successfully.
We have a new phone number for Real Fathers Rights.
833-ESPN-710.
And RFR710.com.
Yes, RFR710.com.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. At Los Angeles International Airport, changes are arriving daily to help reduce traffic, save travelers time, and transform the travel experience. The LAX economy parking structure is now open with thousands of smart parking spaces, as well as hundreds of EV charging stations. Modernized terminals have biometric gates for faster boarding, and in the future, the People Mover train will connect travelers to LA Metro. For more information, go to their website, flylax.com/transforminglax. That's flylax.com/transforminglax.
Our time is upon us. If this truly is a new era, we must mold it in our image. On one night in the City of Angels, the whole world will set its eyes on our revolution. AEW Revolution live Sunday, March 9th from Crypto.com Arena in Los Angeles. Tickets on sale now at AEWTIX.com.
Looking for an exciting new job in the world of professional sports and entertainment? Legends Hospitality is conducting on-the-spot interviews this Saturday, February 22nd and Sunday, February 23rd from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. at SoFi Stadium. We're looking for enthusiastic candidates for part-time positions in concessions, merchandise, culinary, and more, offering competitive wages and flexible schedules. Seeking valuable experiences or looking to boost your income? We have the perfect role for you. Enter the stadium at Pinkay Avenue and Veras Drive and check in at VIP Entry 11. Visit legends.net/careers for openings and applications.
ESPN AM 710 Los Angeles. KRDC AM 1110 Pasadena, Los Angeles.
K256CX 99.1 FM Pasadena, Los Angeles.
It's the greatest segment in LA sports radio history.
Oh my God. When the shows come together for magic on the radio.
It will only grow stronger. Super Crosstalk.
Super Crosstalk presented by In-N-Out Burger. In-N-Out. That's what a hamburger is all about.
It's time for Super Crosstalk.
You're in the seat, you get a woo. Yes.
Little Super Crosstalk. Marcus Grant is here.
Are you crying? What's wrong with you?
I am eating frozen fruit.
Oh, yeah.
And I believe I ate a little too much too quickly.
Brain freeze here?
I got the brain freeze.
You got brain freeze. Okay, I'm like, why are you tearing up over there?
It wasn't me.
In the break,
It wasn't me.
In the breaks, I've been eating a fruit bowl, but some of the fruit was frozen. I'm a big frozen fruit fan. I love it.
I thought it was a moment. I'm like, AK's going over.
I just thought he was really emotional about blueberries. I don't know.
No.
Or you.
Brain freeze.
Or you.
And I am feeling it, man.
So we need two things from you. We've been weighing this. First, we need As Seen on TV. Are you into those products? Did you buy stuff off TV?
I never bought a lot of stuff off TV. I did as a kid do the whole like 1 penny for Columbia House Records.
Oh,
sort of thing.
Yeah. You get 100 albums for a penny.
Those folks follow you. Like you cannot. Like once you buy in, they are coming after you for their money.
It's like timeshare.
They are loan sharks.
They are like, I said for years, like, if we really had wanted to find Osama bin Laden, we should have put a Columbia House on it. Like, they would have found him. They would have found him in 2 weeks. Like,
wow, they follow you. I like that.
Particularly if he had bought his albums for a penny.
If he had spent that 1 cent to, I don't know, get Nirvana, perhaps. But no, I never. I tried to. But my sister and I like to watch the infomercials and text each other and laugh at how dumb they can be.
What's the boat fixer guy? The sticky stuff.
Oh, the Flex Seal.
Flex Seal is fun.
Seal.
I can watch that commercial every time.
Should we give our results of the draft to Marcus?
Please.
He can choose a winner. Do we have those in front of us?
Yes, 1 second.
Okay.
Yeah, and the other thing we got to come up with.
Okay.
If you put all 45 U.S. presidents in a battle royal,
God.
Like a pro wrestling style battle royal.
Okay. Politics aside,
they all come back like in their primes when they were president.
This is just on physicality.
Yeah,
Who
forget how you felt about their presidency.
He seems to think George Washington would be tough.
I don't know. Like, I feel like Lincoln is long. He's kind of lean.
Well, we learned he was apparently a champion wrestler.
He's got a wrestling background.
Well, see, there you go. There's something.
Yeah.
Now, who was it? Was it Taft that had to have his own special bathtub because
Right.
he was so like
He's a big dude.
So in terms of like quickness and agility, he may not.
But he's hard to get out of the ring.
He's hard to get out of the ring, and if he lays on you, like it might be a wrap.
That's Big Show under the Giant territory. That's his game plan.
Right.
We picked
W because he's pretty athletic.
Threw a first pitch.
There was some.
Well, he ducked those shoes, man.
Ducked
the
shoes.
That's what I'm saying. He was quick.
There was a degree. We agreed. There's a degree of recency bious, and there's some things we forgot. Like Gerald Ford was a star football player at Michigan.
Yeah.
You think of him more now because of the Chevy Chase impression, like he was this clumsy guy. He was actually a really good athlete.
Well, like now apparently Nixon tried to play football at Whittier College, but like he was like into the bench, never got on the field sort of guy.
Somebody said
all part of the bitterness.
Somebody said pick Nixon, he'll play dirty and win. That's it right there.
But like Washington fought in the Revolutionary War. Like that's hardcore gnarly stuff.
I bet he's 102
wooden
pounds.
teeth.
He had wooden teeth.
Wooden teeth, bro. Wooden teeth.
His nutrition was not great.
He's first out of the ring.
Although nowadays he could just have a protein shake and he'd be okay.
It would be a shock to his system if he had a protein shake.
So you guys been talking a lot about rings, and I know Clinton enough to know that he would love this conversation. So part of the reason why I paused it, there's a promo that I just heard. DeMarco, did you hear Sedano talk about you and being on Bergie's Corner?
No.
Can I play it?
Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah. This is George.
Sedano and Cap.
Today at 3 p.m. after Mason and Ireland.
He's going to be skating
in this arena. Yeah. As accomplished as DeMarco is in his, I would say I'm the more accomplished one.
Oh, really?
That's not being disrespectful. I think that's just being honest.
I don't know. I mean, I think DeMarco's going to come in tomorrow with his resume and say, put it down.
I love DeMarco. We can compare resumes.
Okay, I think we should do it.
In the NFL, he's got me. I mean, I have no chance.
Okay.
I'm literally a peasant compared to the king.
Podcasting?
I got him there.
Like, by what score? What's the final score?
Kind of like, like when he was on the Greatest Show on Turf. It's kind of like that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I feel like it's more like a Super Bowl of this year's situation.
Well, I don't know if I go that far.
Wow.
You're the Eagles and he's the Chiefs.
I mean, it's over at halftime? Like the whole thing?
Wow.
Not over at halftime.
They're counting you out as Bergie's Corner man.
Well, was he talking about boxing?
Yeah, because you know how the boxing.
Yeah, what were they talking about? Help me out.
Basically, who was the greatest in their careers, but he was specifically comparing his broadcasting career versus your broadcasting career, which, if I'm being honest, that's a cheat by Sedano.
That's not
because
I don't think it was broadcasting. I think because you mentioned.
I thought it was broadcasting.
Really?
I think that's
it
what
sounded
he said.
to me like broadcasting.
Yeah.
Because that's your second
Thought it was
career.
boxing.
Yeah.
Your first career, the thing you set out to do as your main thing, similar to Sedano's main thing was broadcasting.
Right.
To me, to make this fair, he has to compare his achievements in broadcasting against what you did in football.
In totality, if he wants to go resume for resume,
that to me seems fair.
That
you're
might
right.
be hard.
He did come out your broadcasting.
But if he wants to go resume for resume, which you count everything you've done in your entire life, I don't know. I mean, if he thinks he stacks up to me, good luck.
I mean,
You've
it's
won
hard.
a championship at every level of your football career.
If you want to go in totality, good luck with that.
It's very hard to top Super Bowl ring unless it's like 2 Super Bowl rings. Like it's very difficult.
Well, even if we just go broadcasting, like what is his resume?
Obviously this show.
I mean, he has
Sedano
a
and
lot.
Cap.
Okay,
He does a lot of play-by-play.
This show, we're on the same network. I'm just on earlier, so that's
he does play-by-play. You do sideline.
Push. Keep going.
He does sideline for the NBA on the national broadcasts for ESPN.
Okay, national, but has he had his own national show?
No.
TV show.
You have.
Yes.
Best damn sports show ever.
Yes.
Period.
And here's the cherry on top. I've been in a music video.
Oh.
With Nelly.
The Nelly.
Yes, and the Lunatics.
Yeah. So if you want to go resume for resume,
George may have
just say
bitten off a little
George
more
has
than he can
appeared
chew.
on Around the Horn as a
Yeah.
common player on that national sports show on ESPN.
Don't worry. A lot of people have woken up in the hospital underestimating me.
So this is not. So maybe this is not the blowout that George thinks it is.
It's not.
I don't think it's
not even
anywhere close to a blowout.
No, this is a fourth quarter.
No,
game.
if anything, I think George walked into a situation he wasn't
And
expecting.
Let's go to the middle of this country and say both names and see how many knows you.
Uh-oh. Now we're doing man on the street interviews.
I didn't see MOS. I did not think
We're
it was
doing man on the
that.
street.
Yeah. And no disrespect to George.
No, George is
You love
obviously
George.
very
No
successful.
disrespect, but just,
George may have walked into something he may not have entirely
no
thought through.
bear trap here. Yeah, I don't have to prove anything.
No, but I mean,
yeah.
just looking at this very sober-minded resume against resume, I think George may have forgotten about pieces of yours.
That's fair.
I think that may have been part of it.
Yeah. And I was in a movie. It wasn't me. It was a guy playing me.
That is true.
In the Kurt Warner story.
Oh.
I was 6'5" and looked more like Marcus. Though.
Yes.
Do you appear in the Kurt Warner movie?
Yeah.
Your likeness?
Yeah, I was like, when was Marcus Grant a teammate of Kurt Warner? I don't remember that.
Absolutely. No, I bet Cap brought that up. Cap did that. See? You crap disturber. See what I'm saying? Cap brought that up.
Wait, you're saying Scott Kaplan's stirring the pot? I can't believe this.
Watch, in 2 seconds he's going to walk by and
Haphazardly
smile.
without thinking it through?
I can't
That
believe
doesn't
this.
sound like the Cappy I
Not
know
at
and
all.
love.
Morales isn't here. People got to do work. You know?
I love it. Love George, my man. Yes. We're in the same leagues. Our kids are in the same leagues.
Huh?
Really?
Yeah.
PV
league. Yeah.
So have your kids played against each other?
Boy, girl.
Okay.
Yeah, but when we go to the jamborees, when you bring all the kids out for
that's
pictures
nice.
and stuff,
That's
I see
cool.
George all the time. Yeah.
Aren't you
Yeah.
guys at the supermarket a lot too? Like you guys run into each
Man,
other?
and we see both of us, we share the same mentality. We do not shop, we buy. If we go in, we know exactly what we want, we get it, we leave. We do not stand there and talk.
Shopping is it's more of a search and rescue mission than it is like a hunting expedition.
Well, it depends to me on what I am shopping for and why I went out shopping. For me, shopping, particularly grocery shopping, that is often my excuse to get out of the house. And like my ability to like put on a podcast, have some solitude, walk up and down the aisles. When I do that, I stretch it out as long as I can. But like if it's going to the Grove, for example, that is a I know exactly what I want. I want to get in and out. Like that for me is not frivolous.
Well, the Grove is like the 7th layer of hell. It is maybe the worst. Seriously, the farmer's market is awesome, and I love the farmer's market. It is attached to the Grove, which is maybe my least favorite place
the worst
in Los
part.
Angeles.
Okay, the worst part of it for me with the Grove is my daughter is 13, and that is very prime. Want to go to the Grove age.
The kids still hang out at the mall?
They do.
Okay.
Yeah. They do go to the Grove
What's
and
wrong
hang
with
out.
the Grove?
Well,
it's the worst place ever. It's because it's you know what it is? It's a whole lot of people moving slowly, and they're all in my way.
Oh, okay. That's a you thing.
And the parking is insane.
Emily, you just hit on it. The parking is really difficult, and
Yeah.
for my purposes, if I just want to drop her off, pick her up, it's hell getting in and out.
Getting in and out.
Plenty
is
of
a
parking
nightmare.
garages though, right?
But I don't want to have to park, go
It is
find your
expensive.
repark.
It's
the
a chore to
validation isn't as good as the Century City Westfield Mall.
Okay.
I think the problem is too because someone has told tourists that it's a place to see celebrities, which is completely untrue.
Yeah, it's a lie.
It's a total lie.
You
But I
just
feel
make
like
it worse for us.
I feel like there are a lot of people
Maybe
who
the
come from out
first
of
year
town.
of the Grove when it was new.
Well, also
Way
because,
back.
like didn't they used to tape Access Hollywood or something there?
They did, yes.
And I think that's where it started. So now you
Yes.
get a lot of folks from out of town who just wander on the off chance that they're going to see a celebrity.
And really, you were just seeing like
you
Mario
sound very
Lopez.
impatient.
There's also a lot of activations at the Grove. So like right now they have the
Yeah.
SNL activation where you can go and take pictures of the set. Anytime anybody has anything to promote, it's going to have an activation at the Grove, and so that's also going to add a lot of
The
stuff.
last
to
time
that.
I was at the Grove, actually, was SNL signage everywhere.
Ugh.
Wow.
But I do love the farmers market. I think the farmers market.
Farmers
is great.
market's great.
No,
That's awesome.
It's too
He
crowded.
just sounds impatient. They're in my way.
They are in like
Dude.
They are.
people at the mall just
We're
wander,
all enjoying the place.
They
Just
wander
walk slower.
aimlessly, and like the worst is when like you have a group of 5 and they
Yeah.
all stand like abreast of each other. Like no, you're in. You're
How many
in the
times
way.
have you been to the Grove?
Recently?
Just period.
I mean, I can
Because I may
more
have been
than
one of
more
those
than on
people.
2 hands.
I may have been one of those people in front of you that you were frustrated by. Because I
Maybe.
walk slowly when I'm out there.
It's
I really do. I'm going to take it all in.
You're not walking. You stroll.
I want to take it all in. The little street shows
People
that
who
go
are
on
just-
there are so much fun.
Well, you're also a
meander.
size, DeMarco, that nobody is going to outwardly lose patience with you.
That's true.
What to? Well, I'm walking slow. I get it. If you're behind me, I get it. But yeah,
No, but
just be
you're also
patient.
you're too big for anybody. Like you are intimidating
Like no one's
in
gonna get
size.
no one's gonna get huffy behind
Right,
you.
exactly.
You guys would be very surprised. You would be very surprised.
Really?
In the era of MMA. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. You'd be very surprised.
all right,
Yeah.
all right.
Did I just see Clinton?
Yeah.
Yeah, there he is.
Get in here, man. What you doing?
Get in here, man.
Come on, bruh. We've been waiting to talk to you.
I've done 2 shows today.
We got a question. We got a question for you, though.
though.
We have one question for you. He's not here. He's done.
Clinton's taking a little Clinton time.
My man.
I get it.
Question.
I get it.
Has he not? The as seen on TV. Laura says you're crazy for as seen on TV. Is that true? As seen on TV stuff. He is tired. Look at you.
He's
Man, look, I don't want to hear about you being tired. Come on.
Pretty much any cleaning product I fall for. Like, if it looks like it can get something cleaner than the thing I can buy at the store.
What about that?
pretty much in.
What's it? That poof? The thing that's supposed to like get rid of the odors or something?
The poof.
It's a spray called like poof.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
No.
I will see you guys on the other side.
Oh, look at you. My man.
Clinton's like, no, really, this is Clinton time. I am taking
This
Clinton
is
time.
me right
Everybody
now.
leave me alone.
Very
This is not a bit.
uninterested.
No, absolutely not.
I am taking Clinton time.
Oh my God. You saw the Lakers last night, right?
I watched the majority of that.
Did
game,
you want LeBron taking that last shot? Yes or no?
I'm always fine with LeBron taking the last shot. I'm not. Like, I know there's a stat going around that I
One
guess-
of 29.
Yeah.
One of 29.
As a Laker.
Why would you draw it up for him?
I don't care. I will never not be okay with LeBron having the ball in his hands at the end of the game.
I can't wait to hear this. Yeah.
Look, unless your superstar is somebody that is like a
Steph.
Well, I was going to say
Yeah.
like a paint-bound center or
Oh.
something like that you really have to get them the ball. This is what you expect from your star players.
Yeah.
Like Kobe was never an
I don't
incredible...
expect 1 for 29 from my star players.
You know, I bet if you looked at most star players in that scenario, like
You
most
miss more than you make.
Right,
Yeah.
Like
Unless
you're
you're
the star.
Unless you're Barry Goheen.
Yeah, you're like double, triple covered, man. It's hard. Super Crosstalk brought to you by In and Out. That's what a hamburger's all about. Coming up next, Mason and Ireland, Marcus Grant, and Clinton Yates with 2 minutes to refresh. 710 ESPN.
Sedano and Cap.
Today at 3 p.m. after Mason and Ireland.
I just think in this arena, as accomplished as DeMarco is in his, I would say I'm the more accomplished one.